Don't talk about Zakara like that, man. She gets all flustered.
Yeah, you saw what happened to the last two guys that talked about her that way.
Yep, she killed them. Mushed their brains.
You
I
can't
was
prove it.
referring to the vampire.
You can kill the
All right.
witnesses, right?
So who would like to do a recap of last session?
I'll do it.
How dare you? Go for it.
So, last time we finally docked at Hild 4, and the Harbor Master Jacob Timberborn came out to greet us. And all the non-divine spellcasters had to register with the Watchful Order if they intended to stay more than 10 days. So there was Magister Flamewalker who came to each of us, and everyone was pretty much truthful on who could cast spells, but only Klizik registered. And they don't really say how long they'll be staying in town, except for Galgrim, who's only going to be there a few days. And then Anders recommends going to the Silver Lion Inn in the Lake Ward. And he says to talk to the barkeep, Jonah. When we head through the town, the party stands out mostly because they're the only ones openly armed. And Kruga has a fancy belt of skulls.
It's quite the piece.
Then we pretty much spend the afternoon there, having a decent meal until Anders arrives just before sunset, and he pays us our 600 gold. And right when he's about to introduce us to Trent, these creatures come out and start biting into commoners and dragging nobles away. And we're trying to get Trent back, who has been taken through the kitchen to the basement, down a hole, and Kruga's the only one who can see him right now, with, I think, Glizik and Valis still in the main inn area, Zakara and Raz in the kitchen, and Galgrim in canine form 60 feet down the hole.
That's right.
I'm all alone.
He
There's
found the
no
secret
one
entrance.
here beside me.
Because you gotta have friends.
I'm just gonna sit down in the bottom of the hole, whimpering and yowling.
Sounds about right.
Dogs yowl.
So you're a
Oh, the cat
gangrel in
thing.
this game as well?
Have you ever seen a husky?
Huskies
No,
make
never.
Huskies make a lot of weird noises.
All right. According to the combat tracker, we ended last session at the end of Zakara's turn, not at the end of the round like I thought. So we have 2 vampires to go before the turn flips. So let's get on with that. You guys open up your character sheets and double click on your token. It should take you to the right map.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're like up here all alonesies with 4 vampires and a bear.
I mean, I'm all alone in the bottom of a hole.
Could be
You
worse.
should be able to. You should on your map, Galgrim. You should be able to see nothing.
On my Gal Animal map, on my regular Galgrim map, I can see the upstairs.
Correct. Yeah, but on the Gallimel map, you should be able to see nothing.
Yep.
Galnimal.
I should have the bear go find Fable, and then all 3 of us. I can be on 3 different maps at the same time.
Yeah. All right. So picking this up, Vampire 65 is going.
I can't drive 65.
Oh no, she can. Let me see here. Yep. She moves quickly around the other side on Bernie. Which flanks him. And then she doesn't want to drink bear blood, so she's just gonna slice into him.
Racist.
That's a hit.
I knew she was racist.
Isn't that speciesist?
I know.
And her second claw.
I'm gonna let the dog in real quick.
Yep.
Well,
Oh,
let the
misses.
dog out.
Alright, that's her turn. Number 17.
He's only 17.
Back.
Which is this guy downstairs with Kruger on Trent.
Kruger and this vampire are on Trent. It's
Yep.
getting spicy down there.
Make
I don't know if it means anything, but remember I said they leave that one and I won't chase them.
Yep.
Okay.
Kruger make convincing argument. Unfortunately, people may be under other obligations. Some might say bloodbound.
Unfortunately, they don't speak the language you said it in. The rare human that does not speak common.
There you speak what tongue?
Everybody always assumes that people just speak the language you want them to.
Only sign language. That's all they speak.
So basically, Kruger, you see the vampire still dragging, carrying Trent. It goes around the corner and out of your line, out of your view. All right, back up to top of the line here. Number 45, once I find her. All right. She grabs her nobleman that doesn't have anyone else to drag him, and she takes off with him.
Reminder to rejuvenate your hero points if no one has yet so far. We should all be at 1.
Is that a reminder for us or more for you?
Everybody.
Yes.
I used mine.
Right, but you get them back every session.
You get
Yep.
back every session.
Thank you.
We've been remembering to use them more and more, so I just, figured.
Okay. Then Glizzik, who is down and dying. So you need to roll me a recovery check, Glizzik.
Yes, and which tab is that on?
As
Actions or main?
It's just a flat roll.
I'm not sure if it happened, but was Glizzik moved to the before the person that downed him?
Yes, that's why he's way up top now.
Yeah,
Okey
91
doke.
is the one that hit me.
I tried.
All right, so just roll a flat 20 in the box.
Yep. Yeah, of course. No, you can put it in the open because you need to know what this is. You need a 10 or better.
Nope, 3.
All right, so you go to dying 2.
My tongue hangs out of the mouth a little bit more. Like Jabba.
Remember,
Like
you
Jabba.
can spend all of your hero points to stabilize yourself anytime your dying status goes to change. So when you go to dying 3, which I believe is nope, dying 3 is okay. Dying 4 is when you die.
Yep.
So you have 2 more rolls to make. If you fail them both, when you go to when you roll the one on dying 3 and if you fail, you can spend all your hero points to stabilize at that moment.
Okay.
Fuck
All
fate.
right. Vampire 91.
So why didn't Thag do that, Zargan?
Because Thag didn't have a hero point.
Thag was too dumb to live, that's why.
You have to have a certain intelligence to have a hero point.
Only PCs get hero points, and very important NPCs.
Bag not hero.
That
All
not
right.
important. Not exactly the thing you want to see coming around the corner after that scuffle in the other room.
All right, that one just runs.
I'm gonna have freaking vampire paratroopers on my face in a second, aren't I?
Yep.
Minus parachutes.
You watch World War Z? Those things did not care if gravity took over.
I punch it.
Well, that's you.
A little slow there, Fable. Keep those eyes open.
Oh, good
Ah!
Bump the tray. Bump the tray.
job.
I didn't touch the dice. You saw it.
And now we know Mega Mech directly drains Fable's luck. Good to know.
All right. 76.
Throw bones into the crate.
Who steps up there? See, Raz is hurt a little bit. Zakara is not really hurt. Yeah, but Raz is throwing. Raz is healing people, so we'll stay on him.
I haven't healed anyone yet. Well,
You-
no,
yeah,
I
you
did
have.
heal.
Several people with battle medicine.
They don't know.
Alright.
First off, that was an empathetic plea. I didn't know you were attacking me. I heard a lot of mumbling.
Nope, we haven't done to this one yet. Go ahead.
Yeah. Pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. Holy shit, it's something less higher than a 5. I gotta remember what this fucking thing does.
What's it rolled against?
Willpower. Just gotta double check because I think it's only ever worked once, like against Kruga.
I
And
think it
that,
reduces the I think it reduces damage.
let's see. Depends on what kind of success it was.
Is it against will?
It is against will DC. Diplomacy versus attacker's will DC.
Well,
Got it.
unfortunately for me, that's a crit.
Hey. Normally it would have been a debuff to the damage until the end of its turn, but on a crit success, the creature pulls its attack, wasting its action, and cannot use hostile actions against you until the beginning of its next turn. So not only is the
What?
attack completely wasted, that one action, it can't attack.
But I
you for
rolled
the
a
rest of the
20.
turn. Fuck you. That's why. That had to work at some point.
And
Goddamn.
cannot attack you the rest of this turn, right?
This is why nobody likes divination wizards.
Well, then I will attack Zakara with my last attack.
Yeah, nothing says you can't just attack somebody else with all those actions. But
Yeah, and
at least that first one is wasted, though.
if they're not a higher level than me, I am not flat-footed due to flanking because of my rogue ability.
They are not at higher level than you. Good thing you said that. We take
Don't
the plus
forget-
2 away.
And don't forget your multi-attack penalty.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Cool. We're trying to help you.
This is coming at me. I'm busted out for shit. It's
It's a mess.
probably like salt.
All right,
and holy
Kruga,
waters.
you're up.
Probably
And
even
you
some
do-
garlic in there.
You heard somebody drop down behind you.
It was Glizzic. I hit the floor.
Well, Kruger realizes
Can you
that
see them now?
I can't see.
To the south?
No. That's still not
Hmm.
fixed. Unless
Wonder
I'm
why.
just move my... Oh, my token's locked. Nope, moving the token didn't do anything.
Huh.
Is it line of sight because of like the wall or something that he can't see?
It's a door that, even though it's open, isn't giving me sight, but
Yeah, I don't know.
whatever you just did like a second ago gave me like sight of the door itself, but that's about it.
I don't know. Did that work? Did you open it there?
Yeah, I'm clicking on it, but I mean that when it's open, like I can see only like partially into the right hand square. It's like there's a bunch of small little like artifacts that are blocking sight.
Oh, there are. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, hold on.
I can see more. I can see
Kruger's just
less.
standing there with
Yeah,
eyes
fixed it.
closed. It's slightly brighter now.
Wow, it's something's not. All right.
Glitched in the wall.
How about now?
Yep.
There we go. All right, you're up.
Okay. Well, I'm not making any progress doing that, and there have to be other people who can get us magic, so I'm going to start backing up. So I'm going to move.
All right, this is when you notice there's a hole in the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say about there. That wasn't there when you came through before.
It's a dog shaped hole.
It's a round hole.
Like Wile E. Coyote.
The outline.
As I'm running up, can I like glance down to see what I see down there?
Yes, it's close enough to your. I mean, dark vision doesn't have a range. I keep thinking, even though it's within 60 feet. You see down this like hole, and you see a dog laying down at the bottom of this hole.
Yep, it's a dog. It's not my problem.
Wait,
I'm going to start heading up.
Is my wooden mask visible while I'm?
No, it transforms into you.
Well, no, you talked as you ran through the room.
Upstairs, he did.
Yeah. He did. Kruger was in the room at the time, wasn't he?
No.
No,
Kruger went down first and then
Yeah.
Yep.
Galgrim second.
I
Okay.
shifted
Yep.
into a dog to try to catch up to him.
He came
That's
in
Kruger
right.
doesn't
here.
know that he's done that yet.
Yeah.
Because
He came in here to ask us where Kruger went and then bailed while we were getting swarmed.
Kruger, you hero pointed while going down there, right? So you didn't fall like
Yeah.
he did?
I actually
Okay.
didn't ask where Kruger went. I asked where
Trent
went.
Trent?
No, I asked where Brent or whatever his name was went.
Yeah, Brent.
I'm going to
Trent.
use the rest of my movement to start climbing up.
How much movement do you have left?
I was right here. 10, 25, 10 feet.
All right, basically you can climb up 5 feet with that.
How far up
It's 20
is the...
feet from you up. From where you're at up to the top is 20 feet.
And there's like little scaffolding and stuff
Yes.
down here, you said? Is there any way that I would potentially, instead of like doing the normal climb thing, make like a acrobatics check or athletics check to kind of like hop up and go faster?
I mean, I can, if you want to risk it, you can make athletics to climb faster than normal, because your climb speed's not that quick.
Yeah.
I mean, you could run up the scaffolding, but that's a lot more of a distance, because it goes around the hole.
Yeah. Whatever the fastest way would be, because I
Would be
remember there's a lot of stuff back there.
Which would be you making an athletics check each for this action you really can't, because this action's a move. So you pretty much get there and you climb up 5 feet.
Yeah.
Now your
But
second
for the
action,
next action, I would want
you
to
can
do
correct.
that.
Yep.
Athletics. Ugh.
Oh, I thought that was a 1. I'm like, how'd you get a 21 on a 1? I mean, the scaffolding's there. It's not necessarily super the best, but you managed to climb right up it. What's your move?
35.
That'll put you up into the basement. You pretty much, at this action, you climb right up and crawl out of the basement, out of the hole in the basement floor.
And then I will run back up the stairs with my last movement.
Yep. And remember, it's... Okay, are you on the... Click on it to go to the other map now?
Yep.
Put this map here. That is 25 feet to get you right there. And you see the one vampire fighting Barony, the other one looks like they're coming down. The other one looks like she's moving towards you.
Turn the
You come
corner
up
right
Yep.
into each other.
Exactly. So you have, as I said, 20 feet. So you have, 15 more feet if you want to keep moving?
Yes. Basically, there's a wall to the right of my token, right?
Yes. You'd have to climb up it, or just run up the steps.
What would be the climb? Like, would it basically just put me like right up top?
From where you're at right now, no. Because you don't have enough left.
Okay. I figure... We'll just do 1, 2... And I can't move diagonally because that would take another 10 feet. So...
Yep. That should be it for you, right?
Yep.
Alright. Anders hides under the table some more.
Wait, is...
Brave Sir Robin bravely ran away.
Is what?
Is Glizik on top of the bar?
I believe I was,
Yes.
yes.
I hope he is.
Oh, I see him. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I think I hopped up there to cast fireballs into the kitchen.
Yep. Hey, Vampire 13?
I'm just gonna call out as I get up and say, Raz, Glizik is down in the bar.
I explain why I know that one came in. Now I know.
I've already been battle missing too.
You know what's going to be hilarious? If I end up getting myself out of the pit for some reason, I'm going to go charging down the hallway to go try to find Kruga and the contact again. I don't know that Kruga came back up.
And then in that we would come full circle on the no communication aspects.
So the one that was heavily wounded, fighting Zakara there, kind of turns and runs, jumps down into the cellar, and runs away down into the hole.
Pass me, right? It went up north.
No,
of
it
Barony.
went around to the north of the bear.
Okay.
Barony is a springboard.
Raz, you are up.
Okay. I'm pretty confident Zakara can handle herself for the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna duck around this thing and make my way out to the other side. Whoops. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yep.
And I don't know if that thing has AOs, but it can't use it on me
It
at the
does
moment.
not.
Okay. Then I don't have to worry about that.
These little baby vampires don't have nothing like that.
Good. Because if I'm reading that correctly, even if they didn't, just for future notice, if the shit comes up and actually makes itself useful and I crit succeed again, they can't even do AOs on me. Because considered an
For that
aggressive
entire round, right?
until the beginning of their next turn.
Beginning of their next turn, okay.
Of their next turn, yes.
Yep, gotcha.
I'm gonna clamor out
action.
here. Okay, I can see Glizzic there. I believe since I've moved
And a pile
diagonal
of blood.
4, then my first diagonal here would take 10, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's 10, 20, 25.
Yep.
And let's see.
As my friend, I sleep but to dream.
I see that he's got a treat wounds debuff. Wasn't that
You
supposed to
bet.
be? Wasn't that
Battle
supposed to be battle
medicine.
medicine? Maybe I did the
Yeah.
wrong one. Let me give you the right one then. But I'm going to use my third action to command Nathair, who had grabbed a healing elixir off me last round. This little snake's going to come over and do a little resuscitation work.
Okie dokie.
It'll
Go ahead and give
sli-
Glizzic the battle medicine while we're doing this.
Yep, I'll give him battle medicine and a single use of the good. Well, shit, that's right. Combat, not preparation mode. There we are.
Elixir of Life number 2 is used. Damn! That's a good roll.
Almost halfway up.
17's a good chunk of health.
And then let's give you that battle medicine debuff. I believe that was X. I don't think it really matters on the debuff type, right?
No, it does not. It's just a basic
okay.
debuff.
Then you might have to take the treat wounds off of him then, because
I
I think I
already
just
did.
used the wrong one.
I already did. You have battle medicine on you. Did you treat yourself? Probably.
I did.
Okay.
I actually took a blow. I know it's rare, but
yep.
I did take a couple
your
swings.
Turn.
Yep.
And Nathair.
Nathair already went.
Yep. Gal Animal. You're down in a hole, can't see nothing.
Okay. I guess I will shape out because I can't climb back up the hole into the dog.
Correct.
So I will shape
Give me
back
a moment.
to normal, and that'll also hopefully let me see.
Nope, you keep your dog eyes.
You just, dig further in. You'll eventually wrap around. That's how it works.
All right. If you double click on your token, it should take you to the map.
Yeah, it's on there already. And then, okay, there's a thing over there.
Now that you can see, you are laying in sand. The little discoloration in the middle area is sand. The corners are stone.
Okay.
The sand's on top of it, obviously. And you can see bits and pieces of bone and like some cloth, some old metals, like gear and stuff. And it's all either rusted for some of the metal or heavily burned for some of the bone and the other stuff. Definitely like remains of stuff here. You're 40 feet down. You're prone.
Okay, I'll use. Can I use a? Well, I guess I'll stand up.
Yep, that's an action.
And then, can I use a perception? Can I do a perception check to see if I hear anything from down the corridor, or
Yep.
or up top, or any of that type of stuff? Kind of get a feel for my surroundings.
Yep. Go ahead and roll me a perception. Ooh, 28. That's a good roll. You hear some faint sounds of like movement and or combat from way above you. And that's really all you hear. Although down here, it smells of like mold, damp, death. Like rotten stuff. The air is very stale, and it's like it hasn't been aired in years, like decades.
So some
lovely.
hidden catacomb type thing.
Possibly.
Okay.
You have stonework or whatever, do you not?
Yeah, I have stone lore mining.
It's mining. Okay.
Yeah,
Never
it's
mind
lore mining.
Okay.
Let me see. Does dwarf have a? I might have something from dwarf that just gives me a.
I think that's where you got that lore mining from.
Yeah, I tried to be the least dwarf, so if it was like a thing I had to pick, I definitely didn't pick it.
Yeah.
Not gonna waste so much time looking for it. I will check, and you can go on, and I'll let you know on my next turn.
Well, you have another action.
I stood up, I unshapeshifted, and I did a perception.
Shapeshifting. It's a cost an action to unshapeshift.
I assumed it did.
I don't know if it does.
Okay. I will.
It would say under the spell wild shape or whatever.
It's
Yeah,
a
it
polymorph
doesn't-
effect.
Yeah, but
Can
it
I-
doesn't say.
Yeah.
So I would say it's free then.
Okay. To cancel it.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that Mike is. I guess I'll. Can I? Is there any walls that I can crawl up, or is there like a hole and then like nothing like where's the hole in relation to the wall? Like, is it like right along the wall where I could climb up the wall and get in?
The hole is pretty much right above the hole. The hole for you is pretty much right above you.
So, like, if I climbed up this wall, which is probably smooth stone, I would
You
still
would get
have to then
floor.
I'd hit a floor. Okay.
And you see no light anywhere to be seen.
Okay. I will. Can I do another perception to just kind of check the room and see if there's anything that's not tarnished? Does that make sense?
You searching through like all through the sand and stuff, looking for anything of value, or
just kind of like drag my feet around and seeing if there's anything that's not like rusted and tarnished and like know shuffle bones and stuff.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Everything you kind of dig up is either like a broken bone and either it's like shattered or looks like fire damage, burnt. Same thing with any kind of small pieces of metal or cloth. Doesn't seem to be anything of value here.
Okay. Nothing that could be used as a tool either?
No.
It wouldn't just break?
No, exactly.
Okay.
Which brings us to Barney with one action.
Oh, he's just gonna
bite that vampire next to him.
Yeah.
Nom.
He's targeting a different vampire, so. I think it's downstairs now. I cleared it.
Okay.
Remember, Barney is hasted still.
Oh, that's right.
That'll hit.
I was like sliding along a 7 there for a second.
That's average.
And your hasted action. There we go. All right, Valis, you're up. Andrews is hiding under the table next to you. Glizzik is no longer dying on the table on the bar. Because Raz
I'm
came
still-
out and the Thayer healed him.
I'm
From
still
behind.
lying prone.
From like behind the table, just like little Raz arms just poke up. And the snake just slithers off of him and just feeds. Looks like a potion.
Well, at least I don't have to stuff his organs back in because I'm not too good at that.
I have had a day. I've earned a breather.
I'm going to summon the spooky, scary skeleton in the doorway to the back room.
Is he breaking up for anyone else?
A little.
Yes.
I heard what he was saying.
Skeleton, back room,
Test.
testes.
Yep.
Testes?
Testes.
1, 2, 3.
What level spell are you casting, sir? Oh, third?
Yep.
Mark on the map where you want to put him. Let's put like a little dot or something. And you said skeleton, right?
Yep. Oh no, map, come back.
Map, come back. Should be able to double click your token on your character sheet, yeah.
Yeah. And I still accidentally close it, huh?
Oh, god damn it.
Uh.
There we go. Alright, I see the mark. Give me a second. And
I think the first thing I saw would be wood. Face down,
It's not feeding that thing to you suppository style.
right?
Alright, and that's a 3 action or 2 action there, Valis?
3.
Okay. And then your skeleton kind of pulls himself magically out of the ground. And he has an action.
He's gonna stroll on up to Vampire 76.
You should be able to control him.
Oh.
He would not flank. He's not that smart by himself. Alright, that's his action. Zakara, you are up.
Okay. I will take a step down
Yep.
to flank and attack.
Hold on a second with that, because I don't think you had the flanking bonus on. Too many maps.
There's only 2 maps.
No, there's not. There's 3.
Sorry, it's like, you assholes.
Yeah, but there's nobody on the third one now.
Yeah, so, well, that's not true. There's monsters on it.
Swiggity swooty. Some meat just dropped into their lair.
This is such a pudgy snake.
He's drinking it. Nice.
Stop making fun of
Alright, there we
the
go.
thick snake.
I thought it was a mud
So
skipper
add
at first.
2 to that. 21. 21 misses.
Okay, second attack.
Now, but it is flanked now.
I'm pretty sure that's a hog nose.
Oh,
That's a
It
Phil's
critical,
at
man.
13 and then just fell over.
And that should be your last action.
Oof. Hey, quit that.
Quit what?
That's illegal.
You know what?
What, burping?
You know what you did.
All right. Vampire 65 will run down the steps.
I punch it.
Go ahead and try.
Just close line up.
Oh, that'll hit, so. Now, since it wasn't a crit, it keeps on going, right?
Correct. It just takes the damage.
Partially resisted.
Vampire 17 is down below. I can take care of him. All right, round 6. Okay, I can get rid of this vampire. Glizzy, you are up.
Heavier one elixir and a snake.
I stand for one action.
Yep.
I'm gonna waddle my way towards the kitchen door.
Wada, wada, wada.
5, 10, 15, 25.
Yep.
I see people's. I'm
Are
going
they
to.
dead people?
I see some people I know. I'm going to reach into. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep the staff. Yeah. All right. I was thinking of pulling out the healing wand. I'm just gonna keep the staff ready. I'm gonna move again for my third.
Staff has no charges.
Mm,
You threw 2 fireballs last time out of it.
Yeah, I did. 5.
He's just getting right back into it.
I'm not afraid of
Goblins.
nothing.
It's those goblins.
20. 5. Okay, done. Hey, I'm
Alrighty.
almost at half health. It's not like I'm out now, you know. I got 17 to play with.
All right, Vampire 91 runs down the steps. $76. It's looking kind of overwhelming here. And she runs down the steps and jumps down the hole as well. Kruger, you're up. The only thing might be hostile you see is a skeleton that came out of nowhere, but looked like it was trying to attack the vampires though, and knowing that what Valets can do, it might be his pet.
I can't give any iconography or something.
I don't think so. No, not on the ones that you summon. Now, when you use a ritual to make your own, you can pick armor and all that stuff for it.
Top hats, monocle. What?
Exactly.
Necron what? We-
Do I hear any sounds of combat in the other room?
No.
You
Nothing
do
that's
see
obvious.
Glitzik waddling in, though.
Yeah, you did see Raz run out and do something to Glizzik, and Glizzik got up and came waddling in.
Technically, Nether did it.
Yeah, but he was blocked. He couldn't see that.
I am
I'll just-
wearing your snake belt, though.
Yep. The snake is quite a large belt on you.
Sash, really.
It's one of those, like, double wrap belts.
And you
Okay.
watch that as
Just-
3 vampires run down the steps beside you? 4?
Yeah.
A full-on retreat.
A
Brave.
full on. We got what we came for. Get the fuck out.
We didn't get shit. I don't
Hey,
even
but
think.
we got
did
the pearl.
Did we ever? Did we even kill a single spawn?
We got. Oh
You
yeah,
guys killed
sure.
several.
Okay.
Yeah, we were
Couldn't
bombing
remember
them.
if we actually dropped them or if they
I
all
think
fucking
the
failed.
3rd fireball really popped off like 2 or 3.
Don't worry about it. We got experience.
We killed villagers too. We got XP for all of it.
Like 90% of the damage I took was fireballs.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Still counts XP.
I feel like that
It
is
was
also
in your
true.
contract. It was in your contract. I don't want to hear it.
We didn't
welcome.
sign a contract.
You're welcome by for the sexy heal numbers.
I'm going to. How big's the hole? It's a 10-foot
Oh, it's
diameter.
good. It's probably a good 10-foot diameter hole down in the basement. Yeah.
That means this closest table won't be enough to seal it up.
Nope.
I'll basically come over to this table and I will start trying to drag it downstairs so I can put it on top of the
Okay.
hole.
It's not easy. It is made of oak. It's big and heavy. Strength-wise, you could probably do it. And if someone would help you, it'd probably go a lot quicker. And it is covered with bowls and plates of stuff for dinner. Some of it's knocked on the floor from everybody running all over the table, Zakara's up there dancing.
Zakara's still on top of it.
A couple of fireballs. I'm pretty sure dinner's
Exactly.
screwed at this point.
There are wisps of smoke from this room. Lots of things are lots of things are smoldering. The corpses some of them have open flames on them that are on the ground from the employees. The one person died right by this door over here. They're kind of burning a little bit.
What have you guys been doing to this room? As if it was them.
Are we still in combat?
I was just going to ask if you wanted to stay in combat or if we want to drop out.
Near as we could tell, anything with sharp fangs and was a little bit too
Has
grabby is left, right? Yeah.
Correct.
I wouldn't mind ending it if that was the case, because, I don't think I'm
Okay.
going to be throwing freaking...
We will drop out of combat as soon as Galgrim has another turn.
Did we at least get our guy?
No.
Nope.
What are you doing, Galgrim?
I assume not, anyways. Without him.
I can't get myself out of this hole without refocusing. I don't want to go exploring down here and fuck things up, and I don't want to cast light to draw attention to myself until I know what's going on. So I guess I'm gonna walk over and kind of poke my head around the corner of the room to look down the hallway and do a perception check to check for anything hostile and or traps. So I think I have enough move.
That's when he saw the boulder.
I might not have enough move to do that. 5, 15, 20.
Remember, they're not all 5 foot when you move the angle, Mystic.
Yeah, 5, 15, 20.
Yep. That is a movement.
25.
20.
Oh yeah, I only have 20. The bear has 25. 20. Fuck. I guess I walk the rest of the way over, get there, and then just kind of poke my head around the corner and do a perception check.
Okay. I mean, go ahead and roll.
Why can't I find it? Okay.
Don't see nothing. I mean, the ground here is, definitely stone. This whole area definitely built. It's not natural. These walls are like, I don't want to say flagstones, but they're cut stone and stuff. Bunch of dust and stuff. Doesn't seem to be any tracks or anything. You're thinking you're the first person that's been down here in years.
Okay.
Don't see nothing. Don't really hear anything, except the faint bloop of water. Bloop.
Okay.
All right, we will hop out of combat then.
I'll look over to Kruga. What happened with Trent?
They took him away.
Are there
Still-
tunnels under here?
Still just dragging the table down.
Zakara is still on the table.
Just sitting on it.
This changes nothing.
I'm just gonna have a lie down and I lay back on the floor, kind of fetal position.
It seems as if there is a series of tunnels down there.
What's the table
I'm
for?
gonna move Valis in here.
To
Right.
put on top of the hole that likely let them in.
Just as Mystic's getting out. Table.
Oh, that makes sense. You want to handle that?
I'm in a second hole in the first hole that Fable's covering.
Like, yes, I finally made it out of natural 20. Table.
You guys notice Bernie's like looking at you guys, looking down the steps, making some
walking.
bear noises, but no one knows what the hell he's talking
I don't speak bear, unfortunately.
Walk into the room and notice who's here and who isn't.
about. Everyone's
Yeah.
here except for Galgrim.
Galgrim still down there chasing them.
I assumed he had
Just
ran
kinda
away.
off.
He came in here, asked where Trent went, and chased after you.
I never saw him.
He was a rather large creature.
Or
Wolf.
did you kill him?
Was it a wolf or an actual dog?
It was a dog,
Dog.
actual dog.
It was a dog.
Kruger has like this moment of like realization. That idiot fell down the hole.
He's a dwarf underground. We should probably try and fish him out, I guess.
I'll stop pulling this thing and knowing that Galgrim's a weak little bitch. I'll see if I can't go help him out.
By the way, Zargan, whenever I start moving again, I'm just going to go back, sit underneath the hole, and start recharging or refocusing.
Okay.
Now that I know there's not an immediate danger down here.
Dogs grow into dwarves. I knew it.
All right. Everyone going downstairs or just Kruga?
Well, I don't really see a reason. I'm not going to be able to help there myself. That's not
I'll
really
go.
my forte. I'll start working.
Or was it like right there, Zargan?
I'm not looking at that map at the moment.
Fair.
I'll join them at least just to make sure nobody gets jumped
I
by
think
something
there.
that likes to bite.
Is Ender still okay?
It was definitely 2 away from the wall.
Okay.
Andrew
Yeah,
should
Andrew's
still be
as it
hiding
kind
under a table.
Yep.
Is he still like there when Valis and I were coming in?
Yes.
Peek over her eyes and see if he's still hiding
I mean, it's
under
only
the table.
been 30 seconds, maybe.
Probably let him know it's not best to stay alone at the moment.
He'll come in here with you guys as the other people in the bar area en masse run out through the front doors, screaming and yelling for the guard, for the watch.
Once I get down to the hole,
Mm-hmm.
I see Galgrim down there.
You look
Hey.
down from the basement, you look down the hole that was cut, down 20 feet to a smaller hole, and you can see, yes, looks like a small humanoid figure, definitely not a dog like you saw before, that might be Galgrim just sitting down there, from where you're at now, you're talking 60 feet or so down.
I'll go down and get closer and look before I yell anything out.
Are you just dropping down into the other hole, or?
I don't have any need to rush, so I'd do it a lot more carefully than I did the first time.
I mean, you going down like onto the scaffolding, you just going down the scaffolding then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking
Shakara, you were with Kruga. Is anyone else going downstairs with him?
I think I'll stay at the top just to keep an eye. Like, how far down is this hole? Did they go? Like,
well, they
downstairs?
went down about. They went
it
into
like-
the basement about 10, 12 feet down, and then there's a hole there that drops down 20 feet, and then below that is even
Got it.
more.
Okay, so can I at least see them at the first initial hole before that drops 20 feet?
If you're over here by the thing, but yes.
Okay, I'll stay at the top of the stairs then, because low light will at least let me see that far.
Yep.
And I'll start working on, if Glizzik is still up here, I'll start working on him and I guess myself, since we're both injured.
Okay.
Rather do Kruga, but Kruga's busy at the moment.
I'll just call over to Valis. I'm not drunk enough for this. Make sure there's something to drink when I get back up.
I pointed at the beer barrel.
Those aren't beer barrel.
A couple of fireballs went off. All the alcohol might have flash ignited.
Those are like barrels of like herbs and stuff, flour and stuff like that.
I'm taking my snake back, by the way, Glizzik.
Yep.
Yeah, I just moved him to you.
All right, so Zakara and Kruga go down. Bernie's coming down to the basement. Then he kind of stops there. Zakara, are you dropping down? Or are you going? You following Kruga down on the scaffolding?
I am following Kruga's lead since he has been down here.
Okay. It takes you guys, 15, 20 seconds to get down there. And it's you get down there on the floor, and it's an old wooden floor. Creaks a little bit wherever Kruga steps. You notice it now that you're kind of moving slow and paying attention, Kruga. Zakara, you can hear it easily. And right, like in the middle of the hole from the basement, is a dog-shaped hole in the floor that goes down, and beneath that, about 40 feet down, you see Galgrim sitting there, sitting in maybe some sand or some dirt, sitting, on his ass, looks like he's meditating in the dark. So Zakara, you really can't see much down into the hole because there's no light down here unless you whip out your torch.
Did anybody else find it weird the cat folk doesn't have dark vision?
Not really.
I have low light.
Yeah, the light they have.
Okay.
That's what they should. Like, low light's what cats have, like in real life. You're the one with the supernatural dark vision.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and grab the 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
I'm gonna hand one in to Zakara and tell her to find some way to brace. And I'll be doing the heavy lifting to pull Galgrim out.
Okay.
I'll call down. I'll say, Galgrim, grab this. I'll pull
drop
you
it on
out.
his head.
Yep. Oh, thank you.
No, I just put it down there. I don't aim for him or anything. I just
I will grab
I gotta
it.
pee. Hold on.
Yeah, at least he didn't alert you to his presence in a much more disgusting way, like Glizzik is implying.
All right, about halfway up, I need Kruga to make me an athletics check.
Am I considered helping with this?
Not at the moment, no. If he fails, you will be the stopgap.
I'll be right back.
Drop the dwarf
Oh my!
now. Drop
What?
the dwarf
What?
now.
You can't critically fail and walk away.
I think that's why he failed.
Wow.
Wow, I got a Vax moment there.
Are you sure it was him failing,
Bombs
critically
away.
failing, or was it him just
letting
saying
go.
fuck it? Yeah, or him doing that on
Oh
purpose?
no, I
Fable didn't
slipped.
Fable didn't step away from keyboard. That's just what he was doing in character.
Hold my beer, and he walks away. Hold my dwarf.
Not drunk enough for this. Need beer now.
All right. So basically, he starts pulling him up. About halfway up, Kruger kind of slips. The floor beneath him cracks and starts to give away. So when Kruger gets back, he's going to need to make me a reflex save or he's going to fall down into the hole. And Zakara, I need you to make me an athletics check.
Save the dwarf from going unconscious as he falls back down the hole again.
Falling's no joke in Pathfinder, even a short distance.
Well, this will be a 20-foot fall, so it'll be 10 damage if she doesn't make it. Oh, like a champ, Zakara, she was bracing for this and a little bit of a jerk, and nope, she has it. She may not be pulling you up, but you're not falling at the moment.
She ain't pulling you up, but she ain't falling down.
Exactly. We'll wait till Kruger gets back and let him make his reflex save to see if he joins Galgrim.
In the pit
Well,
of
we'll
shame.
find
All right,
out.
Kruger. I need you to make me a reflex save as the floor gave way beneath you. As you jump out of the way.
Or attempt to.
Oh, you pretty much, the floor starts cracking and giving away. You pretty much dropped the rope, leaped over to the side, out of the way. And luckily, Zakara maintains the hold, and Galgrim doesn't fall 20 feet to his, not, I wouldn't say death, but to his beat him up some more. So I'm assuming Kruger kind of goes over, grabs it, starts pulling him up again.
Yeah.
And Galgrim comes up.
That catching myself on a fall as a canine is not the easiest thing to do, apparently.
How far does that go down there?
Like 40 feet.
Surprised you're okay.
I mean, I am sturdy after all.
All his damage was from the fall.
Yeah, 100% of my damage is from falling. I didn't get hit by a fireball. I didn't get hit by a vampire.
Well, no, the one vampire bit you, but then after that, it was a fall.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. The one bit me like right off the bat, and I fucking
Yep.
level 3 healed it.
Yep. And that one ran right the fuck away.
Were any of those creatures down there?
The area that I was in seemed to have been abandoned and not disturbed in a very long time.
He is the only one that I noticed fell into the pit.
I did not see anybody until I saw you guys.
I want Galgrim, Zakara, and Kruger. Roll me an intelligence. Straight intelligence.
Oh, God.
Easy.
All right.
I have a higher intelligence than Kruga.
Doesn't everyone?
I thought I had the lowest in the group.
No. All right. You guys don't notice anything.
All the smart people are upstairs, all pontificating or some shit.
So I'm assuming the three of you go up the scaffolding, and then up into the basement, then back up to the kitchen.
I mean, I'll ask where what's his name went to. Did we save
Trent.
Trent?
Trent Icky-thong.
No.
No, he got away. Or
Should-
was rather taken away.
Should we be going after them?
It's too late.
I mean, did you see him die?
It's too late for us to go find them.
There were a lot of them.
They were moving as fast as I do normally while carrying people.
Fair
They're
enough.
strong.
stronger than they look.
Yep.
I'm going to take out my ever-burning torch just to look around the basement.
Okay.
I
The
head back
basement
up
looks like
and
a
I
normal.
go.
I was gonna say if anybody feels like exploring those catacombs that I seem to be in, were seemed like they could be interesting. I know we have other things on our plate, but food for thought for later.
Probably not a good idea right now. The guard's going to come and want an explanation, and they typically don't like it when you run away from where things happened.
Oh, that's right. We're in a city again.
Oh, that's right. City guard or thing.
How dare people want to know what the hell's going on?
I go upstairs
How dare people be
and
civilized?
I continue my binge drinking.
Kruger has a problem.
He does.
Go ahead, Raz.
Okie dokie. This time, this one's for real.
Does how injured is everybody?
Look at the combat tracker.
You might have to take off the dying, but he loses that as well. Or the
Who?
wounded,
Glizzik? I
rather.
already did.
Yeah.
Oh, the wounded, yeah. Damn it! I just erased something because whatever you just put on, I just removed it.
On both of us or one of us?
Just on Glizzik.
Okay, I will just put on the treat wounds timer again.
Yep.
I'm gonna pop a burst heal really quick.
Before the city guard gets back, can I go behind the bar and grab a bottle or two of the really strong stuff I've been drinking?
It doesn't come in bottles. It's in like a small keg.
Let's make a fine addition to my collection.
Then I'll take one or two of those. Yeah, I'll just go back to our same table and I'll sit down.
As you
and I'll
guys
just start drinking
start
there.
doing that, and Galgrim heals people up, Andrew's like, we should probably leave before the watch shows up.
I mean, they know our faces and they're gonna know that we were here. They're gonna hunt us down either way.
Who, the watch?
Yeah.
I doubt the watch knows who did this, but
Yes, because the new adventurers in town that have mixed, a orc and a cat and a bear and a dwarf and things that are not commonly seen in this town are totally not going to stick out to the people that witnessed everything.
You said
Yeah,
a lot
that
of
might be
people. You said a lot of people escaped, Sargon, right? Like after the coast was clear and we
oh
moved,
yeah,
everyone moved into the back. All the people who were in that corner just bailed.
yep.
That's good enough. I think we can just bail. Witnesses are plenty.
I'm not worried about witnesses on plenty. I'm worried about them coming looking for us when they talk to those witnesses.
That's fine and dandy. I could see both. I mean, if we stick around long enough here, they're gonna find us, and if we leave now, then they'll at least know that we weren't there causing the trouble. That ragtag group of adventurers were at least fighting the things eating people. If they find us, they find us.
I think I trust Anders, who knows the area, and Raz, who seems to be a city boy himself, more than the dwarf who goes around and plays in trees.
I mean, I don't disagree with you in that sentiment, and I'm the dwarf that goes around and plays the trees. So if that's what you guys think is best.
Is this the what's a way of putting this? Is this the kind of city where that kind of thing might be more expected than not, Zargan? Was there a society role to make? Like, is this one of those cities where like people just kind of come and go, even if shit just happened? When the guard shows up, they basically have who's there to work with, and nobody ever feels like sticking around if they don't want to. Or is this one of those like freaking?
It all depends on the people and what's going on. Like some of those people that were out there, the guests and that, they probably will not ever talk to the watch. They are probably running home or whatever. Some of them probably ran to watch people. It's hard to say what'll happen.
Any way
But
to
it's
take an educated guess there, like based on society or something?
it really depends on the individual. Thieves and stuff like that. Oh, they freaking run. Law of upstanding citizens that everyone knows their face would probably stick around unless, of course, they did something wrong. Then they would probably leave too.
Where's the barkeep? Was he one of the ones that got away, or was he
Gone.
one of the ones that got ate?
No, he was one of the first ones to get away.
I
Hey
Pers-
Zargan, can I walk behind the bar and grab like do they have like fifths or anything like that, or is it all just kegs?
They have like wine and stuff.
Yeah, can I grab a bottle of something?
Sure.
Throw it in my bag and walk out.
Should have said there wasn't anything there after Kruger was done with it.
Personally, I have an allergic reaction to the watch. I would want to leave.
I have no problem with leaving. If they're not here by the time people were able to wrap up and leave, then they weren't quick enough to respond. Galgrim makes one good point. They got enough witnesses. If they want to talk to us, I'm sure they'll find us. We're pretty flamboyant. And in any case, I have no issue talking to them if they wish to talk. But I'm not going to stick around with freaking bleeding holes in everybody. Just because they want to take the Sunday route.
Now, several of the vampires that we killed, they dissolved them, sure, but there's bodies of the other innocents that either they killed or we killed accidentally.
Oh yeah, there's probably a good dozen bodies.
Anybody want to check them since they all seemed high class, or no?
They didn't seem high class.
No, they took the high class ones.
Yeah, they took all
vampires took the high class people.
It took anybody who was even remotely nobly looking. Minus one Anders, who was at least surrounded by a bunch of armed people.
Dodge the bullet.
Okay, well I'll grab my bottle of alcohol and leave.
Yeah,
I'm
That's
gonna throw it in
why-
my bag though, so it doesn't I don't look like I'm walking out of here with it.
That's why all nobility should have some type of military training.
I feel like a little military training probably wouldn't have helped against vampires, but I mean, what are the odds, you know?
And
All right, you
so
guys
yes,
grab
that's
your
fine.
drinks, and Andrew suggests you leave through the back door, and you guys kind of go out the back into the alleys and disappear.
Is that a well?
Yes, it is.
And not a single person wants to roll perception.
Wow, none of us thought to frickin' rob the cash register while we were there.
And you guys would leave.
I know, I just thought of it.
I just took 2 kegs of really strong liquor, so
As the car runs back.
Do you?
Lawful, not chaotic. Jesus, some sort of barbarian.
I do not steal from the cash register.
Probably a good thing.
Play your cards right.
Nothing
money
that
will end up
small.
in your pocket anyway.
She's a cat burglar, not a cash register burglar.
Oh, she steals cats?
Sometimes.
If she steals cats and adds them to her collective consciousness.
Only the cute ones.
Which ones are cute ones, though? Some people don't like black cats, but other people are like totally all about them. Personally, and this might be a slight bias, I like tuxes.
That's just because you have one.
Yeah. I also like whatever the hell our freaking rescue cat is, like Tabby and maybe Calico. She's a mix. I'm pretty sure she's a mutt of the cat world.
To be fair, I think most cats are inbred mutts.
Yeah, let's vamoose. If the guards still ain't around by the time we're long gone, then fuck them. They'll find us if they really need to.
That is officially their problem.
Hi, Chibi.
Hi, Chibi.
Hola, Chablina.
Megan doesn't say hi though. She says screw you.
Hi, Chibi.
Sorry, I had to reply to a work text. Wanted me to do something. I said, nope, sorry, I'm at dinner. At least an hour or so.
She missed yesterday, so she says hi now.
Too late.
Not you, Zargan.
All right, I know. All right, you guys leave following Anders. You move pretty quick down the alleys for a minute or two, and then you come out on the street and you slow down and just keep moving. People do give you a little bit of looks, and several of you are wounded. I mean, you have a bear, you have a goblin. I mean, you have some pets.
We tripped.
And Anders kind of leads you off to like a dive bar. Just
Did I not heal myself with that? No, I did. Okay.
10 hit,
You
or
probably-
what was it, like freaking 10-ish hit points for
I
everybody?
did two level 2 bursts. So I did 48 to everybody.
10 and 13, you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have a lot of hit points. You're gonna start needing higher rank heal spells.
See, I'm easier to heal the full.
I don't know, one healing elixir and you're like 3/4 healed.
You guys go in, grab a table in the corner, sit down, kind of catch your breath a little bit. And as you guys get some drinks from the bar, even though some people have drinks with them. And that's when after the waitress leaves, Anders is like, Trent, did he survive?
If they wanted to kill him, they would have done it.
They were quite specific in their targets, weren't they? Everyone fancy was being taken. Everyone else was food. Distractions. Vampires,
Yeah.
by the way?
Apparently, I didn't know there were vampires here.
But Trent was still alive, though still unconscious when I last saw him.
I would say we'd have to rescue him if we knew where the hell he was, but
Assuming Trent is a noble like the other ones they were trying to take.
that is his story to tell.
Is he considered a person of importance within the community at the very least?
Maybe not within the community, but yes.
They seem to have a special interest in him. I recall a vampire dropping someone they already had in their grasp and picking him up once the other dropped.
That's right. I didn't see that part.
Well, I can see part of that. Undead don't. Well, if they know who he is, undead. Well, I shouldn't be saying it. I shouldn't be saying anything. We should probably try to get him back. Then he can explain to you if he wants.
Then why did we leave and not just go down the hole after them if we were going back for him? Now we've cost ourselves even more time.
You guys are hurt badly. You're wounded. You're down on resources.
From out of character because they can outrun us.
I know. I'm
Right.
talking in character.
Okay, just making sure.
Most of us were still upstairs when they made their escape as well, dealing with, well, the spawn, the minions they left behind. We did not.
From what you can tell, they were all spawns.
Every last one of them.
All 10 of them or so?
I don't even know if I can't remember what I rolled last time. I don't even know if I knew the difference between a spawn or a vampire.
I thought
you knew they were spawns.
You got dubious knowledge, right?
I got some dubious stuff about vampires in general. Sunlight's
Silver?
bad, and silver was either not good or not anything special. Can't remember which that Zargan said. But I didn't
Never
really
believed
convey it
Zargan.
at the point because I don't think anybody even had silver, so it wasn't really anything worth pointing out. Especially just to say, oh, it's not even going to do anything special, you know? And the sun, well, we weren't getting any help on that point in this time of day.
We tried to
Do you
make
guys
some
think-
throw a fireball.
Do you guys think you could track them down in those caverns, catacombs, whatever you said that was down there, tunnels?
Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Perhaps, but they're even with that number of them, they were pretty strong, and there's probably more of them down there.
They were
Well,
pretty-
you dealt with several of them up top too. What, 4 or 5 of them are dead?
What was that, like a fourth of them?
Ah,
Because a lot of the initial ones just grabbed people and bolted.
yeah, most of them died.
Also, they were pretty freaking tough. Like, it took basically freaking all of our orbital strikes to even down what we did.
Well, yeah,
The
but
rest of them walked away, like, for what, healing? Was that even visible? Did we
what,
notice
their
they were
wounds,
fucking
their
healing?
wounds needing?
Yeah.
Some.
Mm.
Would we? I don't know how common vampires are. Would we all know what they are?
You have heard of vampires and stuff, yes.
I feel like at least in a folklorish,
Exactly,
boogeyman
yep.
sort of way. Never in that
And
kind
from
of
what
number.
Raz said, they're like lesser vampires.
Vampire light.
Yeah.
Can we do a recall knowledge maybe about how they nest or something like that? Typically,
Sure, if you want to. Go ahead and roll your religion.
I'll pass on that one since I've already done vampire stuff today.
Yep.
Can I also do recall knowledge just to see what I might know about them?
Sure, go ahead. Religion.
24.
Ah.
And I have dubious knowledge.
Nice.
It's such a fun one.
I tried.
It is.
You helped.
I'm not even
Alright,
going to
so-
bother rolling.
So, Kara, you kind of remember when Raz talked about what he recalls, you kind of go along with it. Something to do with silver, but I think you think it doesn't affect him at all. Like if you hit him with silver, it doesn't hurt him at all. And they definitely like have some sort of unnatural regeneration.
Now,
And you, Glizzy,
I don't know if it matters for her check because hers was higher than mine, but she only gets the if it's literally dubious knowledge. I think she only gets the could be false one if she fails.
she rolled in the tower.
Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure because it's kind of that weird caveat that I
Yep.
think it's like it's not a 1 in 1 every time. It's only a 1 in 1 if you fail.
Valis, from what you can recall in your necromantic training, I should say, you thought vampires were like allergic to silver and that it hurt them more than other things. They're like resistant to normal weapons, but it seemed like silver cut through them easier than non-silver. And then you, Glizzik, you kind of recall that as well, and you also remember that the ones you faced, from what Raz called them, spawn. They are like normal people turned into vampires by a master. Like there's a full vampire somewhere that made them and controls them.
So we need the head vampire, like Lost Boys. Got it.
Now, killing the head vampire doesn't kill the little ones, but it does free them of that control. So what Anders is suggesting that you guys spend the night, like, find like a small inn here, spend the night, and then tomorrow go back down there and try to find Trent. If you rescue him, he will probably reward you. In fact, he is certain of it. He doesn't want to speak to him, as to what the reward will be, because that's not his place. But Trent has connections throughout the city.
At the very least, simply being able to find us somebody who could help us with our own goals and ambitions is valuable. And
Well-
to their credit, they're not going to kill him right away, or they, like Kruger mentioned, they'd have done it right then and there. wouldn't be against it, but
Let's see if the guard locked down the inn or not.
Because that's going to stop us.
Is there any way to stop these creatures from healing like you can with the trolls we fought before?
I don't know if anyone rolled high enough on that one. I don't want to assume nothing.
Not that I can recall.
May have to just brute force through that healing that they have, the regeneration. I have something that is relatively effective on undead. I'm not sure if it will help slow that down or not. But for anyone who may want one, I have a ghost charge that may do a bit of...
If we are going to go after these guys and potentially fighting what sounds like there's a head vampire, we could potentially attempt to levy the city or the city guard into, hey, we're adventurers and we will go rid you of your problem for some extra profits.
I don't hate the idea.
I'm also not going to ignore the fact that they may just simply conscript our skills, in which they would be more inclined to use us as tools rather than allowing us to function as we see fit.
I mean, if that's the case, we can just save him and leave.
Also remember, some of you are supposed to register as casters, and you have cast magic in the city without being registered. I don't know what that means, but
They won't.
considering how petty Humani are, they probably would do something about that.
They want to know who's most likely to blow up an inn, so that they can keep a nice, close eye on them.
Nobody saw me. Nobody could prove anything.
Well, we do stand out.
I wouldn't be against it. Trent is important to us for a few reasons, and getting the city involved might dull that blade. Because if we go in there with the city guard, he may feel inclined to credit that to whoever the fuck's running that show. We would just be a bunch of sellswords that were with them.
So
I'm
I am
go
not
ahead.
opposed to just going on our own. I was just simply thinking we could potentially double up and make some extra coin. Potentially.
I think at this, I see
That
your
is
point.
all. That is all you guys' wheelhouse. That is.
I see your point. I would much rather favor the favor rather than the coin, if that makes sense. Because I think that's basically what would be the trade-off. Because if we go with the city, they're gonna be like, "All right, you know what you're doing. You fought these things before. Come with us." And then Trent's like, "Oh, thank you, city guard and people in charge. I can use to my own benefit." Things
The
to that
city may
effect.
also reward us just for saving Trent.
Sure. I think that's the point Galgrim's trying to make. But I feel like it'd be a bit more of a personal favor situation if we did it ourselves.
Yeah, but we don't necessarily have to go to them and say, "Hey, we can help." We could just help, and then
Do it and
maybe
then go to them and be like, "Hey, we ridded your problem. Pay us."
And I'm misunderstanding something. I thought Anders said that he wasn't particularly well known in the community.
Anders is not.
Or no, when Anders was talking about Trent.
Yes. He's not well known, like people don't know him to see him, but he says he has connections.
The city may have no idea who he is.
Oh, I was simply not. I was not offering that as a rescue mission. I was offering that as a rid them of their vampire problem mission.
There's monsters in your city. We'd like to help you if you want to hire us. I think he's just trying to see if we can make extra coin for doing the same actions he was planning on doing with us. Yes?
Like
Yeah.
going to them after the fact, you mean?
No,
Right.
I was saying go to them and be like, or go do it either way, but go to them and be like, hey, we were able to take a couple of them on, and we are, now that we are more prepared, we are willing to go after them if you would like us to, and
So
type of thing. Like offer ourselves as mercenaries to go rid the vampire problem, not rescue anybody, not anything like that. Just hey, if you want us to get rid of your vampires, we'll do that. Pay us.
So you're recommending that we willingly give ourselves up to the watch and say that we are the ones who caused all the damage on the inn?
No, I'm saying that one, that's gonna be known. There are people that got out of there that are civilians that have no loyalties to us, and they would rather the city guard protect them. They're gonna tell them everything. They everything that we did, the city guard knows. There's no way they don't. And they know who we are because we're going to stick out like sore thumbs in this town. That said, I think
being kept for questioning.
That said, I think we leverage it of if you would like us to get rid of this problem, we are willing to.
It'd be easier to pick a direction if we knew what kind of city this was too.
And worst case, we say fuck him, go rescue him anyways, and then skip town.
Anything that involves skipping town is probably not in our best interest. Too many folks here have things they need to do right now. Here in this city.
Klizik has potions to make, damn it.
Zargan, real quick, for some reason my wisdom's 22 and I have a plus 10 miscellaneous modifier to it.
Nice. Cheater.
I think you can type in what you want for miscellaneous.
I tried changing it back, but it wouldn't let me.
Behold the power of alcohol.
There you go. Not sure how that happened.
He drinks and he knows things. That's what his power is.
I can work with either angle we decide to do. I can see both sides. I'm erring
It was
more
simply just offering. I do not care what we do.
I'm erring more on just taking care of it ourselves.
But if we...
The other option is we could take care of it and then come back to the city guard and be like, hey, we took care of your vampire problem. And see if they do anything for us. Which I doubt, but
I do understand what you're saying, but I've lived in Hildfort for a while, and people tend to not have the best recollections, and even if they do, they might not want to make enemies of the newcomers in town. I don't think anyone will rat us out, if you say.
We have one thing to our credit, a trigger-happy someone in the group who wasn't afraid to drop a few fireballs in a tight-knit area. That may or may not be worth a a tight-knit mouth here or there.
Gloza and I glance at each other.
Not a lot of people can just drop fiery explosions. That might be a hell of a motivation to not rat someone out.
I tend to not want to be involved with the local guard. They do not treat my kind as they treat some of you.
I don't want to be involved with the city at all, but money's money.
I prefer to deal with them on my terms, not theirs. Zakara makes a good point. Going to them and saying, hey, you have a problem, puts a lot of power in their hands.
Going to them saying, hey, we took care of your problem, doesn't give them any incentive to do anything about it for us.
And they could also, just as depending on the city, I mean, Zakara just said she's been here a while, she would know better than anyone, but they could also just arrest us on the spot for even just being involved, even if we took care of the problem for them. Humans are weird. If somebody doesn't like what we did and they've got enough clout in the city, they can do whatever the hell they want to us. It's typically how power works.
No. Yeah. I mean, to avoid that, we go rescue the rich people, right?
Not necessarily. It's a complicated dance, politics. And
there's only one that I care about.
And we are not on our home turf. I would much rather, that's my vote on this, is we just deal with it ourselves, and I'd much rather deal under the table with the favors and whatnot on this particular regard. Vampires running around the city. Ugh, that's a bad PR stunt waiting to happen. People are looking to freaking point fingers, no doubt. Unless this
There
has
weren't
been.
any vampires till we showed up.
Must be a necromancer around.
Glad somebody caught on to that.
Shit.
Hey,
What did you do, Alice?
Plans off, guys.
if they're turning all the nobles, the probably the leading class of this city is going to turn against us unfavorably when we try and
Mhm.
expose the vampires that they are.
Like, I don't know if the whole charm thing is known to us, out of character, but vampires going after nobles. I think I've seen this before somewhere.
Well, Glizik knows from his recall knowledge.
I know
Right.
vampires.
They suck.
What about every VTM storyline ever? Vampires going after nobles?
Hey, all we gotta do is find the blood bank in town, and we'll find where they are.
Somebody controls it. We just gotta hope it's not the wrong one.
Just hope
Sec-
it's not Bill.
Secondly, we need to find the police station. That's the second target.
And then the
Thirdly,
hospital.
Hospital.
Oh God, that's all Bill. It's all Bill.
and then the butcher shop.
Mm-hmm.
Why is everything in this town run by Gangrel?
Welcome to Fantasy Salem.
So, I don't even think much of a vote's needed. I think folks just want to deal with it ourselves. Because I do want to get Trent back. He's
Oh,
owed me for
100%.
several-
We get Trent back. That's the most important part.
Well, cast your votes.
I was.
By ourselves or get the city involved. I vote by ourselves.
I do not care. I was simply offering a way to potentially double dip.
As I said before, I do not wish to involve the guard.
So 2 no's and an abstain.
I didn't stain nothing, man.
Yes, you did.
What are your views, Glizik?
That is a lie. I've had to prestidigitate your sheets after numerous times.
No, I'm fine with going after them. I want a piece of, what knocked me down. Are we okay to go after them as is? Do we need time, or I'm still good?
I feel a rest is necessary. I'm not equipped for fucking vampires, by the way. Not equipped to deal with them today.
I cast 1 spell, 2 spells maybe, and then used up my staff for the day. But I still got my full repertoire for the most part.
You got some blood on you.
I used 100% of my spells today.
Well, but Glizik, I think what Raz is getting at is that we could take a night rest and prepare our selections a little better, like the heal that I did to that one that made it flee. If you and I were to both prepare many of those and burst them out, we could do a lot of damage very quickly.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. I'm down to
go ahead.
I got 4 elixirs of life and a couple of silver tongue mutagens left. I'm not vampire kitted today.
I didn't. If they're turning nobles, how long do we have before we lose Trent? Do we have time to sleep? I don't mind it, but do we think we have the time to not show up and all of a sudden he's a vampire spawn?
Trent is not the end all be all.
Oh,
Trent is not the only person who knows people.
He's just our best lead at the moment to get our foot in the door. Otherwise, without going door to door or asking people, hey, can you do this for us?
If he dies, he dies. If we go now, we probably die.
Thank you, Dolph.
Well, Glizik, you were the one who mentioned that there was a head vampire turning normal people, or was that not out loud?
That was on my recall knowledge. He basically said that you realize that if there's spawns, there probably is a head vampire, and if we get the head vampire, it'll release the control that person has over the spawns. It doesn't say that they won't be spawned anymore. It just means that they'll be able to freely do whatever they want
Boy,
to the town.
that seems like an unfortunate can of worms.
Yeah.
Bunch of hungry ass spawn suddenly given their freedom.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Still better than directed spawn.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Town Mayor, we fixed your problem. We killed the guy who was reining in all those vampire spawns.
We
Keeping him in
killed the
line.
Lich King.
Let freedom reign. 5 minutes later, town burning on fire. We're walking out with a sack of gold. So, you want to set up a shop at the next town over?
I mean, I feel like the dumb spawn would get rooted out pretty quick.
But yeah, so I'm assuming that's where they'd be going. Zakara would be to whoever's in charge of them, and whoever we eventually want to take out, remove, would be where they're going.
Did you remember anything about how long it took?
He didn't tell me that out of character.
Yeah, I feel like there's some more
Yeah, I guess.
information we need to ask if Zargan.
I would assume it would be pretty instant when you knock out the person that's mind controlling them, that they got free will back. They may or may not be evil at that point. It depends. This is Pathfinder, not D&D. We don't know for sure.
I was thinking more of how long to change from a normal person to a spawn, but Zargan is.
I also don't know if there's any differences from
Yeah.
Pathfinder. Because I know in D&D that shit could be the next night if the main
Right.
vampire kills him right away.
I mean, like if it's Interview with the Vampire style, it's like, hey, he's killing them and giving him some of his blood to drink, and then they bury him somewhere we don't know, and then he raises and he's undead. I mean, he may still hire us at that point for all we know, but
I mean,
I'm
he would
hearing a lot of anti-undead speak.
I mean,
Very
come back
offensive.
he would come back as a spawn, and then we give him his freedom. I mean, still probably appreciate the eternal life. The endless hunger,
Valis,
maybe not so much.
I looked both left and right before I started telling that story. I think it's totally fine. I didn't see any undead.
It's only like early evening, right?
Yeah, if it works
Some
like
of you smart fuckers can go to like a library and figure out stuff about vampires.
probably, unless that shit closes at 5.
You need the Sage Mystic treatment where they just give you a key and a room.
Sargon's back, so we can.
I don't want to
clarify
abduct
stuff
children.
now.
Thank you.
All right, so what's the plan?
Mystic wants to abduct children.
Well, that's not the plan. That's just normal.
We're starting a cult.
We're gonna start worshiping our new vampire overlords,
Mm-hmm.
And we
and
were asking.
providing weekly sacrifices.
We were asking Glizzik on some vampire trivia, but we weren't sure what he knew from that check as opposed to what he didn't know. Since
He doesn't know a whole lot about vampires. The check was against vampire spawn.
Oh, I know vampire spawn.
I know vampires asterisk.
Hashtag spawn.
I know they're
Oh.
babies.
Yes. Zakara's question to me was, how long does the process take to turn a regular person into a vampire spawn? So, like, do we have mere hours? Do we have a couple days before that
You
happens?
do not
What?
know, because that's a vampire feature, and spawn can't turn them.
Yep. So, if we do kill the head vampire, would I be aware of the fact that the spawn will not be able to keep procreating more vampires in the city?
Yes, definitely.
Oh. Okay. I will relate that to the party then.
Only true vampires can make spawn. Spawn, even free spawn, cannot make more spawn.
They're 13th gens.
Yep.
Frickin' thin bloods. I mean, they got that alchemy, but other than that,
Unless they take a feat for it, then they can make children.
Even then,
See,
spotty at best.
I know how we can find them. Look for all the little My Little Ponies in toy shops and follow them back.
No, that's how we find you, Naughty.
Yeah, if you want to find Tony, just follow the trail of burning vehicles.
The same burning vehicle.
Um, So Zargan, I think we were kind of unanimous in that we're going to go after them. We were just trying to determine how much time we needed to rest up before we go. Can we take a full rest to get us back, or is it too soon to do so?
It is probably about 7 o'clock at night. Probably more about 8 o'clock by the time you guys have been in this little bar chatting for about an hour.
I got a vampire question for Glizzic. Might apply to Spawn as well.
By the way, before Andrews leaves, is there a library in town?
Yeah, that was another thing that.
At the university, at the academy.
Come,
Is
fellow
it
nerd.
open?
Yeah, we're wondering if we might be able to.
Not to the public, no.
Well, of course. We might have to make like a fucking gold donation, get on their fucking wall of donors or something.
That would definitely help. Just for a mechanic thing, if you guys haven't figured it out, because I just did before I went to the bathroom, on the right-hand side where all the options are, at the bottom there's a big arrow. If you click that once, it shrinks. Click it again, it goes down real small.
Huh?
I
You
did
can
not know that.
What are you
decrease
talking
your
about?
bottom right corner, decrease your margin size by hitting the arrow.
Yep. A vampire question. Are they any worse during daylight? Obviously, they can't be in the sun, but are they inhibited during daylight hours, even if they're sheltered?
I will consult the
No.
bones.
No. Only sunlight affects them.
Do they any kind of like? Do they sleep during the day at the very least? So do they do the whole like in the coffin thing, or is there a chance that we could catch them unaware?
They only really are in the coffin as if they're regenerating.
All this vampire folklore being blown out of the water.
But Spawn do have coffins.
Some do, yes.
How much
Yeah.
garlic are we gonna have to get?
I can
Is that garlic thing real?
prestidigitate the scent of and taste of garlic as we're fighting vampires.
Why is this garlic thing a thing?
Is there a Monster Hunters Guild in town?
Not that Anders knows of.
There was, but a pickle killed them all.
Angry pickle. I mean, I'm in no condition to fight a bunch more vampires. I'm already almost kind of tapped since I didn't expect to be fighting a bunch of leeches today. And I know a few of us are not looking too good. I wouldn't mind a long rest, though that would probably shorten whatever timetable we may or may not have.
Well, your choices here are, mechanically speaking, go somewhere, find somewhere to spend the night, get your 8 or 9 hours of sleep in and whatever it is, get your long rest in, then either head straight in or wait till tomorrow evening when your battle medicine immunities fall off.
Yeah, that's another thing too. 24 hours. Doesn't care about long rests.
I won't care about the battle medicine stuff as much, just because if we can hit them in the daytime, it might be better, even though we're underground, because they may not be awake.
Yeah, we start throwing fireballs at the ceiling and pop holes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
In the
sure
city,
that's not
that'll
how
work.
I'm pretty sure that's not how that spell works.
Hydraulic push, on the other hand.
Pummeling rubble from the ceiling down.
First, actually has to fucking hit something.
I know it's an easy thing to dismiss as someone who doesn't possess it themselves, but battle medicine is pretty much the only significant on-demand heal I can do. Otherwise, it's just an elixir. Varied results on that one. Better than it used to be, but typically takes me a couple of actions to even plug you with that, as opposed to the battle medicine's one.
Well, the two typical frontliners, well, three if you include Bernie, have not been affected by battle medicine.
Yeah, it's just Glizzic, Zakar, and Raz are the only ones. So I think you were counting Zakar as one of the frontliners, yes?
No,
No, it was me and the bear and himself.
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay.
The people who have it are the people I'm worried about because they are. We saw them freaking clamoring around shit that you shouldn't be able to clamor around, right? Like they were going up and down shit without any issue. Wasn't someone dragging one of those assholes along the wall?
Yep.
I mean, it's a lot harder to hold a line when they can just fucking climb over it. More worried about the people in the back, like Glizzic. Less about Valis, because apparently Valis is immune to taking damage.
Ask him about the Troll King.
Let's not bring that up.
PTSD.
But 24 hours is a lot longer than 9. So that's what I got to work with, and that's what I got to work with. I'll just have to prepare accordingly.
Yeah, and like Galger was saying too, is that we may have different spells ready to try and help out with the heals on our side that will still damage them as well too. Bursting that out
I
might be
plan on
nicer.
pretty much only taking heal spells if we're going after them.
Okay.
Because that was
I'd say-
extremely effective.
I mean, I will definitely be preparing some freaking
This will get
some ghost charges as opposed to blight bombs, which I feel are probably useless.
these will also get rid of our drained status too, Zargan, if we sleep.
Since you rolled so high on your knowledge, no.
Okay. We're still
A
gonna
normal drain from like a spell and most things is a 1 night, but
Okay.
from vampire it's a week.
Oh.
You have to get that blood back.
You can't just sleep overnight and suddenly recover a pint of blood.
Okay,
Yep.
I have an
I'm
idea.
going to get my blood back.
Blizzik's gonna cook some blood, folks. We're all gonna eat it, and we'll put that blood back in our bodies.
I want some blood, some blood pie, some blood pudding.
Best I could do is some orange juice and a cookie.
What if we just open a vein and put the blood in directly to our body?
I feel like it's
veins
probably feel like transfusion's probably not as understood these days as it is in our time, but I feel like that's probably not a good idea.
The hardest part is pushing the blood into our bodies with nothing but our hands.
Nobody ever thinks about these questions, but do interracial blood types matter?
No, we don't know because all we have are humans.
So Andrews is still I'm sorry, I just saw chat. Andrews still has the ship chartered.
It's his ship.
Oh, see, I thought he hired the ship just for the voyage.
No.
Oh, so the
It is
captain
his
works for him on a regular basis. Okay.
Yes.
Well, good thing we
Usually
didn't
Andrews
kill the
isn't
captain
on the
then.
ship, but he does own.
Okay.
So he has left, got up and left.
So he's ultimately responsible for the actions of the crew and what happened with Noxia. So noted.
Yeah, okay.
We can sink the ship later.
Long-term planning happening, folks.
If we sink the ship, can you raise it again, Phallus?
Undead
No.
vampire ship, what?
How do you think
Everyone
ghost ships
look that
thing?
force cage spell.
Yeah, I'm all for taking a rest. It's gonna give us our best odds at the moment.
Mystic, you just have to worry that whether or not you'll be able to turn the ship after that.
Ugh.
You just need a cleric because they can turn undead.
Exactly.
You just need warp wood.
Reroll Oracle just so I can be stunned from that comment.
All right, so you guys leaving the bar, heading to a nearby inn and spending the night.
Seems to be the plan.
Galgrim,
any
can
one
you
of them.
I
spend
can
the night in an
sleep.
inn?
I can sleep in a town. I just can't settle down.
Okay.
Sleep with the
He has to
normal
be
people.
he has to be like the mushroom in your shower. No roots.
So he can't knowingly sleep in the town, so we just have to knock him out every night.
How'd you know
Sound-
about that mushroom bio? That's kind of creepy, dude.
It's weird, dude. I keep getting these bumps on the back of my head and losing track of time. Strange, friend.
Were any of the nerds going to try and go to the university and talk, bribe, or
Well,
otherwise make their way
It
in?
isn't. It is evening time, so it probably might be closed.
No, that's when the party starts.
Yeah, for the
Sick.
college campus kids.
For the
Might
nerd
be able
party.
to sneak in, but I don't think the party's at the library.
The nerd party happens at the library. They're just playing with minis on a battlefield.
While I certainly would not mind getting access to that at some point, I don't think it's in the cards tonight.
Do you guys want to register
But is it in the
spellcasting?
bones tonight?
That's on the other spellcasters. That's their business.
If we're going to continue casting spells in the city, do you want to register at least to say, hey, we may be here for a bit? It didn't cost me any money, right, Zargan? It was just to answer some questions.
Correct.
You said it basically
the
tell them
less
you're a
that this
witch.
town knows about me, the better.
Agreed.
Thirded.
Sleepy times.
We don't get fully healed on an overnight rest, right?
Nope. We got to do some treat wounds before we go to sleep.
Taps
I have-
Raz on his head.
I have 2 more heal spells that I can pop.
And I'll use the wand and a burst on the party for a 1d8.
I mean, I could just do some treat wounds. No one's like,
I mean, we get spell slots back in the morning, so meh.
yeah. Well, there's also vampires running around at the time of night where they're actually, active. I don't know about you, but we're some witnesses to whatever the fuck they were just pulling.
Oh fuck! I didn't have everybody targeted.
That's fine. The only one who was hurt was the Bears.
Oh, was
Everyone
it
else
just?
healed up over.
Oh, was it just the bear?
Yep.
It is now.
Well,
And me.
I would have healed up before we went to bed.
Once I hit the overnight, you healed up, crew.
Okay.
We're still drained, but healed. Yeah.
Yep, correct. So the question becomes: are you guys
So,
heading down there
should I-
now?
Well, should I pop the other heal that I had prepped yesterday that I was gonna cast that? I would've
Everything's
cast
fully
before we went to
healed.
bed. Except for the bear.
Look at the combat
Ev-
tracker.
Oh, okay.
Fucking
Never mind.
treat wounds, you lazy ass. Goddamn. Takes you
Spells have been reset, so go ahead and do your daily prep.
pop a spell slot when a treat wounds
And the
will do
question
the job.
becomes whether you guys are going right after them or waiting till your battle medicine wears off, which will be like most of the day.
I feel like right away. We're not sure how long it takes for someone to become a vampire. I feel like sooner is better. I'm just going to keep that in mind when I'm doing some preps and divvying stuff out that the people who are already battle medicined probably need a little extra.
Nah.
And probably goes without saying because I don't think anybody wants to be, but try not to get bit. It seems to be holding some sort of, the bite marks on Kruga's neck still look like they're still pretty fresh. Those aren't
That's-
going away.
That
That's just-
swarm that Glizzic did was pretty effective.
That's right, because they can't drink.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a funny way to say fuck a vampire.
It actually helped, I think, because they couldn't just drink the humans at that point. I mean, they can try and just throw it up, but it was kind of actually worked out nice.
I'm prepped. I have all healing spells.
I have prepared Key Rush.
I have prep nothing but heal.
100% of my spells are Key Rush.
I can't say 100% of my spells are heal because cantrips.
I made sure my daggers were sharp.
I made sure that my fists were extra bludgeoning today.
Still prepping my shit.
Well, I guess the question is, should I prep a haste or should I just take 3 heals?
It was obvious that the people who were just fucking like stabbing and beating on these things were not quite as effective as they would expect, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
These things just kept going despite this freaking 120 pound soaking wet lady basically fucking going mano-y-mano with Kruga.
Oh, fuck, never mind. It already happened.
Does your heal harm the vampire spawn?
Oh, very much.
So whatever damage we do in positive healing to you guys, they take in negative hit points for them, but they do get a fortitude save for half against our DC.
And
It's not the heal itself, it's positive damage that does it,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah,
positive.
well, but also if I do the AoE burst thing, it also heals everybody too. That's
Right. So the 3-action heal while we stand still and do nothing but heal will do 30-foot radius every target. If it's a vampire, they take damage, and if it's an ally, they'll get hit points back for that. Which is why it's nice, especially for the higher level ones.
Okay, let me make sure I counted this right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
11,
12.
12.
who needs fireball? We have heal burst.
I mean, fireball can be good
Yeah,
to
say.
shoot into their lines because I
Because I feel like fireball does more than the heal anyway. The heal's positive, which is great when they may be weak to it, but I felt like the fireball did more. Because somebody did do a heal.
I did a single heal direct at somebody on one target. I definitely would have gotten more use out of a mass heal because it would have done more damage overall. But I was ticked off because I'd just gotten bit.
No.
Who of anyone is good at throwing things? Is anybody proficient with bombs?
like that's its own
No.
proficiency.
It is its own proficiency.
It's not
You
like a.
just told me forbidden knowledge.
I
It's
think
not like-
Ishi has a passive ratio for that.
No.
Oh, I have a passive.
No, like
range for
Ishi,
that?
not his character, just Ishi.
Bombs are martial thrown weapons.
Does a bomb count as C4?
Probably not, because there's rules in there for making basically a fucking pack of C4.
If they're martial weapons, I
You
can't
really
do
should
it.
tell me this.
I think the only person that probably could is Akara then.
I don't have. I have simple weapons and a few others, but not martial weapons in general.
Go figure. It turns out throwing grenades is actually a fucking art to it, apparently. Can speak from experience on that one. You don't just chuck that shit like a fucking softball. Apparently it's true here too. Okay, and with a lack of actual proficiency, is anybody just good at throwing?
I mean,
Which
once you take away proficiency, it takes away
definitely
a
takes away
shit
a
ton of
lot, yeah.
everything.
Okay, I might hang on to these then, because it'll at least give me something to do. I got a bunch of ghost charges for the day, because I figure positive's probably better than anything else I've got in here. Fire didn't seem to do anything spectacular against them. Just basically what I expected and nothing more.
What do the ghost charges do?
Basically, it's a bomb that just does positive damage. So it won't even hurt you guys with the splash for, any significance that is. Abilities. Nope. Actions. It's in here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, I'm probably going to avoid poison-based stuff today because undead tend to not really give two shits about that. I don't know if vampires are the same, but I feel like be safer rather than sorry.
Mystic, I did not take all heal. I took a couple other things to try and help sicken or fear type slow,
That's fair.
But mostly just so we have stuff if we need it.
A primary target that takes damage from a ghost charge becomes enfeebled until the start of your next turn in addition to damage.
Apparently, there's a level 1 general feat called Weapon Proficiency that you become trained in all simple weapons. If you're already trained in all simple weapons, you become trained in all martial weapons. And then if you're trained in all martial weapons, you can become trained in an advanced weapon.
Fancy stuff. Like those.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a fucking advanced
Yeah,
weapon
it's like
category.
it's like
Mhm.
typically like specifically racial weapons, like gnomish fucking what are
Lick
those
mace.
called? Like the fucking bill hooks for gnomes.
Mhm.
Oh, there's an orcish weapon that's like that, I think.
Dope.
Because I think there's like an orc feat.
Hooked hammer. Gnomish hooked hammer. It's like a freaking dual blade, but hammers. So it's
Yeah, the
completely fucking stupid weapon in reality, but
a lot of the humanoid races have a specific weapon for their race. Was it dog slicer? I think is goblin.
yeah.
Yeah, horse chopper.
Neck chopper or something is York one.
That sounds about right.
I think there's a couple. There's like 2 for each of those. Because I got dog slicer and horse chopper for me.
Were these spawn fighting like more brute strength style or more like dexy? Like, did they seem to have more of a grace, or were they just kind of like brute forcing?
As you think about it, you only really fought the female ones, and they seem to be pretty dexterous.
Enfeebled is only great against strength-based rolls and DCs, although that could still help.
So use it
Kruga.
on.
Well, positive damage is positive damage. I'll take what I can get. Make a bunch of these. Okay, I think I'm set. I'm going to send Zargan the... Let's see, just do one last count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
11, 12. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think this will do it.
Does anyone want to grab the potion out of the party loot that we were talking about in chat earlier, just to have it in a bag somewhere?
Probably should divvy that up just so that someone's holding it. Plus,
I
you
still-
know, it's positive healing, right? So you could actually
Yeah.
feed that to a vampire, right?
Deliver it.
Grapple, force
Quick.
feed.
Hit quick, Kruga, grapple somebody and we'll shove it down their throat.
You love your baba. Drink your baba.
All right. Refer to chat for divvying up elixirs for the day. Valis, you don't get one because you're apparently immune to freaking being hit. Like every time I give you one, you're the one I end up taking it back from because you never fucking use it because you don't need to.
Now that you didn't give it to me, I'm gonna get blown the fuck up.
Probably, but
Tell Glizzing not to fireball you.
Telling people not to fireball is against my religion. I'm sorry.
given the people with battle medicine an extra one, except Glizzik, he typically already got 2 to begin with, but Sakara will get a Quicksilver mutagen. I'll hold on to the other one. Both Drake Hearts will go to Kruga. I think I might swap. I think I might take Nether's Elixir of Life and keep Kruga ready with a. Should I chamber a Drake Heart or a Mist Form? I'm going to do chamber a Drake Heart. I'm going to swap that around so that Nether's holding a Drake Heart and I'll hold Nether's Elixir of Life.
So I only have 1 Drake cart.
Yes. Nether will have the other Drake Heart, and Nether will be on you since you tend to be the first one in there.
Okie doke.
And I'll hold. Whoops, little typo on the ghost charge there. I don't usually prepare that many of them. I will update the list I sent to Zargan.
Unfortunately, the heal 3 action does not count as a burst either. I was hoping Biden would help with that, and it doesn't.
List is updated to Zargan and chat. One more level, and I'll actually have a reason to do more than a spare reagent. Combine a couple of healing elixirs.
Zargan, I am not throwing a 3rd level spell into my staff, so it's just the regular 3 charges.
Yep. I figure if you didn't tell me, then you weren't doing it.
Okay, I think I'm good.
Your spell's ready, Glizzik?
Oh yeah, I typed it in chat a while back before you
Okay.
started posting potions. I'm good. Thank you, though.
All right, you guys pass the night. Get up, eat a quick anxious breakfast, and what are you doing?
Where did we end up staying?
At a small kind of a divey inn, I don't know, about 10 minutes away from the Silver Lion.
The well-placed Motel 6 around the corner.
Squatting goblin.
The squatting goblin.
That's what it's called now. It's canon.
It's just a picture on the side of him, like with his pants down.
Nasty.
Yep, it is, but it's also cheap. Zargan, I know he's got society roles to try and help find stuff in the city. I've got Streetwise that I picked up as a skill feat. And that's supposed to help me like find information or something,
Okay.
but I haven't used it yet.
Well, you probably haven't been in a city.
Yeah, it kind of makes me feel like you're supposed to be in the city for a little bit. Let's see.
Feel like society's like over the table.
In any settlement you frequent regularly. All right, so I guess we're not using that at this point. Maybe
Well, you're about
later.
to go get some streetwise.
Yeah. So the idea is that you're kind of making contacts with the criminal element of the society rather than like the upper crust, like bios would be pertaining
So
to.
you've made contact with Sakara.
Pretty much. Tell me your secrets, kitty.
Meow.
All right, for future.
All right, let's go get someone eaten.
We just need bait. Is that what you're saying?
That's
I
what
didn't
bear's
say
for,
it.
right?
Hey, look at vampires. What I found.
Your words, not mine.
You want some bacon? All right, you guys head down the street over to where the Silver Lion is. And when you get there, and as you're coming up the main street, you see the place looks boarded up. The doors are shut. Doesn't mean to be any activity. And there's a city watch standing at the front door.
That's fine. We know where the back door's at.
Are there any city watch on the roof?
Not that you see.
Can we get someone to scout, kind of case the place, see if there's an easy way in?
Well, the back door that we came out of last night.
Yeah, okay, because no one will ever post a guard at the back door.
Goes Zakara.
It doesn't hurt to check.
Yeah.
So case the place.
Excuse me, all my sales are for fighting vampires, not guards. Thank you.
Can I take a look around?
Sure. You go down the alley around the back. You don't. I mean, everything looks boarded up, locked up, sealed, but you don't see a guard at the back door.
Ha!
Fuck you, Raz. I told you.
And there was only
You were
one
willing
back
to
door.
just go back there without even checking. I just wanted to check. Jesus.
Correct.
Well, no one's standing on the outside of the back door, at least.
Looks like that's our way in.
The battering ram out.
Are
Okay,
you the
alright,
invisible
Kruger.
swordsman?
That or we're gonna strap the goblin to the front of the bear.
Hey, Kruger, that door said bad things about your mother.
Hmm.
I will teach him.
Well, back door it is then.
Back door is locked.
Is it
Stop.
though?
Not for long.
It is.
Is anything truly locked?
That's why you have to unlock it with key rush.
Fuck you.
I kind of like look over and I just gesture
Funny hero
towards
point.
Sakara.
I'll walk over and try to pick the lock.
Okie dokie.
Can catfolk keep like one of their claws like particularly long and extra sharp for the sake of picking locks?
No.
Oh.
It's like a cocaine nail, but for lock picking.
It's a dew claw.
Roll that thievery. That was weird. It like stopped on a number, then like spun
Yeah.
completely around.
It's like it didn't do the just one. It went to the other side of the die.
Yeah, it's like the break dancers who do like the really quick front flip. It's like,
Alright, so-
no.
So Kara goes up there, pulls out her tools, starts messing in there, and you kind of realize, fuck, it's not locked. It's barred from the inside. So you pull out a different tool and you're messing with it, and you hear a ka-thunk as you pop it off its ledge.
Stealthy.
We know Thunk. We met him earlier.
No, this is Cuthunk. It's his cousin.
Sargon has displayed on more than one occasion that just because you didn't see a trap or just because you unlock something doesn't mean the other side is safe.
Wouldn't that be
No,
Cuz
but-
Thunk?
But
Well,
Sakara
hearing-
also has a feat that handles that for her.
Hearing that thunk, I'll just take a moment to listen to see if anyone's walking over.
The obligatory NPC alert message
Go ahead and roll.
comes over, sees the bar on the ground, says it must have been the wind, and walks back.
You don't you don't hear anything.
I'll get a cardboard box.
It's the
just
wind,
To be
yep.
sure.
Well, we should be good to go in. I'll crack the door open, make sure no one's standing there that I missed, and then open it up.
You crack it open, look in there. Other than being dark inside, you don't see anyone.
Because it's dark inside.
All right. I open it wider. Dark vision first.
I'll step through.
I agree, Bio.
All right, you go into the kitchen. Everyone kind of follows in behind. You notice that the bodies are missing.
What?
They ate
are-
the bodies.
there-
Those
there are not-
monsters.
There are not chalk outlines where they were. That's a modern thing.
The entire town must be
It's not-
purged.
It's not even a modern thing these days.
They use charcoal now.
Yeah, and I mean, place seems deserted.
You're right. This is ye old times. I use mercury.
Asbestos in the ceiling.
Asbestos is in your drinking cup.
Asbestos in all my elixirs. We don't know it's bad yet.
Asbestos is Glizzic's seasoning of choice.
Is bestest elixirs I've ever had.
Asbestos elixirs.
Once everyone's in, I'll close the door behind me.
It's gonna be the
Okay.
name of the shop. Asbestos elixirs.
You put in
I-
the bar back on.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Stealth.
No escape now.
Good, they're locked
We'll
in.
never
This is
figure
what
out how
we're-
to unlock it from this side. Now you've done it.
Alrighty, I'm assuming you guys are heading downstairs.
It's too tall for the little people to unlock.
Hey, hopping
Yeah.
up.
All right. You head down. How are you gonna make some? Who's making light for the people who can't see?
I prepped a light. I'll just pick up a rock and give it to like Zakara.
Well, there's no rocks laying in the kitchen.
I
And she
have
has
my-
her
Okay,
own
I'll pick up a
torch.
cork off of a bottle.
I have my torch. I just didn't want to take it out in the kitchen.
I mean, I will pick a cork out of a bottle, hand the bottle to Kruga, and then use the cork and cast light on it and hand it to Raz.
So cheap. Why use a cork when you could use a platinum piece?
I think we're getting. I think we're
I
losing. I think
think-
we're losing sight of the of the goal here. I'll
I'm
take
just
the
trying to-
cork and I will keep
He's
it.
just trying to get someone to give him a platinum piece.
I can't see so well. It's getting dark.
I
Sure use
cast
that.
light on Glizzic's hat.
You ever
It's
seen the world in
very-
just black and white? You should be
Yeah.
glad you can't see in the dark. Yeah, I'll take the lit cork and keep it in my pocket until we're not in freaking odd light in the kitchen range. Just kind of follow the other blind fucks.
Okay.
Blind leading the blind.
Kruga drinking the alcohol or no?
No, got stuff to do.
Okay. I'm moving slowly enough because I'm trying to actually sneak, just so we can be quiet until we know if we're out of guard range.
I mean, once we get down the
Yep.
stairs a little bit and like towards that pit everybody was like dealing with yesterday, we'll probably have to turn the light on, as it were. But just not right now, where someone might see it in the other room. Still contemplating my Nether flashlight idea.
Put the cork in Thayer's mouth, tell him to open up.
Yeah, whenever I need a light.
Questions
miss-
how the therapy feel about
All right, light spells are cast.
I also have a sun rod for when I really need whenever I really need a flashlight.
Well, sun rods are nice. You could pop it and then throw it somewhere.
You're gonna shove that in the snake too.
No,
Yeah.
you're gonna shove
Alright.
it in a vampire and they take all that sunlight damage.
No,
Yeah.
it's not sunlight, I wish.
You guys go down in the basement and you're at the hole.
Should we be able to see anything?
Double
Are
click your
you on the
token.
map?
I don't know, the map
I
is
don't know.
active.
I see the map. Well, I see black with
Map,
green
the map,
grid
the
lines.
map.
I'm not on a map, and I've double clicked my token.
You're all on a map.
You're all maps
You're
now.
on map too.
I know that's not the case because Zargan won't give me one.
Maps haven't been invented yet.
Apparently.
I see stuff.
I'll tell everyone to mind the hole on the way down.
Everyone should be on the map, and you should be able to see.
I placed landmines
Yes.
on the hole.
Shouldn't
They
we go
fall
through
through.
first?
Good job.
All right, you guys come down. Come down on the scaffolding. Takes you a minute or so to get down here.
Do we need to put
And-
rope to get down or no?
No, you can just come down on the scaffolding. That's what the one little circle area here that where you guys are at. I don't know if you can see that or not. The blue X
Yeah.
is the dog-shaped plus hole. And then you guys are on this floor.
Follow Kruga's lead since he's been down here.
It's not gonna get us very far, but
It's further than we've gotten.
Follow the expert.
oh, this wasn't here before.
But
This blood.
it wasn't?
No.
Maybe you couldn't see
I
it
feel
because
like
you
that's
had
just a
dark.
blatant waste of food. Like,
You had dark vision on, but not the color vision. Maybe you
No,
didn't
there
notice it.
definitely wasn't blood here before.
it's like squeezing a ketchup bottle as you walk through the kitchen.
Kruger will actually note that. He'll say, "This blood is new, and it seems to follow the way that I last saw them taking Trent."
Was the last person they dragged down here bleeding?
You don't know.
When we were coming down, did we notice like blood stains like kind of coming down the scaffolding and such?
Nope.
Mystic, we're moving if you want to follow. There you
Yep.
go.
Is it? I will just scuff my foot against. Is it wet or is it dry?
It is dry.
Remember, Nether is with Kruga at the moment. It's a reminder for myself more than anybody else.
All right,
Basically,
before we move on, I want Zakara to roll me a perception check in the tower.
For future traps.
Perhaps.
for
What
past
year-
traps.
What do your cat folk
The
eyes see?
The traps of past and present.
And
Alright.
There are no traps. However, there are about 8 spawn right above you.
Bum, bum, bum.
Not a trap.
for
He's a jolly good fellow. Sorry.
okay, so for I don't know if I'm not sure if that was a catch-all perception or not, but if it's to detect other creatures, I have a +2 circumstance bonus to track a creature or object if I've smelled it before using my scent.
Ooh.
This
Fancy
has
cat
nothing to
nose.
do with tracking. Tracking is something you have to state that you're doing.
Okay. I guess we follow the blood.
Seems a wise choice. Kruger will comment to the group that the passages north seem to lead to a tunnel that is paralleling the one we're currently on.
You can see the blood in that hallway, right?
The one we're
Between
currently
Valis
standing
and
on.
me.
No, the one where Kruger's at.
No.
Okay.
There's
hold
no
on.
blood in there.
I see a trail from where we came, through me, through Valis, and heading towards Raz.
Yep, pretty much ends
There
at
it
me.
is.
All blood
we're-
trails end at Raz.
Yeah, for vampires, you figure they wouldn't just waste their food like this.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, at least like bag it up or something, to go bag, Ziploc, something.
But then it's dirty.
Ziploc.
Think it's a trap?
Ye old Ziploc bag. I always think everything is a trap. That's why I'm still alive.
Barely.
Barely
What-
is
what
still
about Bear?
alive.
With about
Barely
as many hit
Sanders?
points as a
Barney,
familiar.
Barney's doing fine. I don't know why you guys keep talking about him.
Get up here,
You
Barney.
can't hear us. You're too far away. Shush.
Yeah. Come up here where the tanky goblins live.
I saw that.
He's
I don't-
sprinting forward.
He's like goes up the wrong hall. He's like, wait, doubles back. I'd have laughed if there was a trap in that hall.
We just hear an explosion from the other hallway.
Has anyone seen Galgrim for a while? You just smell burning fur.
He fell through the floor again, didn't he?
So Zakara is going along checking for traps, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I
How
do
far
that.
does that extend from her?
Okay, this is no one move. Oh, here, let me lock you down. Basically, in Pathfinder, the trap detection is very different than D&D. In D&D, you have to state you're looking for traps all the time. In Pathfinder, it is assumed you're looking for traps.
As most people end
Anytime.
up doing in 5th edition.
Well, yeah, but it makes it. I mean, it's weird because it's so different than anything I've ever played. Basically, everyone can find traps, as in look for them and not just step on them. But they're. I mean, so basically, if it's a simple trap, basic trap, when you come into the area, everyone gets a perception check, and if you beat the DC, you spot something there.
Does it come with a little tone and something lit up in purple?
No, but
Does the game
also
automatically pause?
no. Some traps must be specifically stated that you're looking for them, and you have to have a certain rank in your like perception of that to find them. They are harder to see, harder to find.
The master trap crafter is
So
immediately
if you're
found.
only trained in like perception, yet this trap requires master, well, it means you have to look for it and you have to beat the DC on it to even find it.
So traps have a baseline skill where you
And
can
DC.
automatically search as opposed to having
Correct.
to point specifically state.
I forgot to put it on my roll, but I do have a +1 circumstance bonus from my trap finder feat.
Yep, I know.
Okay.
And then that's just to find the trap. And then disarming them, which usually falls under thievery as a whole. It's kind of the same thing. Some traps you might be able to disarm if you're not high enough skill, but just different things like that.
Question.
But
real
only
quick,
people with thievery can disarm traps.
would I be able to attempt a roll to assist her even if I'm trained and she's expert and it's an expert minimum level trap? Sorry.
If you're disarming it, depends.
Okay.
Because it all depends on kind of how much room there is. If it's like, say, a big pit trap, definitely. If it's a needle trap on a chest, probably not.
You sit there talking in her ear. At the red
Yeah.
wires.
Exactly.
So, but that still doesn't answer my question. Like, how far does that extend? Like, does she need to be up front since she's the best presumably trap finder
It does
person.
not say. It says when you come into the area.
So how do you rule it then?
Vision or
Well, it definitely has to be some sort of vision. I mean, if you can't see, you definitely can't see a trap.
listen, you smell something?
Hairs on the
trap.
back of her neck, all of them.
That would be like a magical trap, maybe. Or maybe a feat that gives you that.
I just figure,
trap.
you know, if we're within like 5-10 feet of her, like if that's
You
gonna
should
like
be fine.
make it
Yeah.
wonky. Okay.
I'm not going to give a hard and fast number because something will happen down the road
Yeah.
well, you said it was 37 feet and this is only 36 feet, and you know I'm not going to give numbers for that when the game itself doesn't do it.
Okay.
I'll unlock you guys, but that's kind of how traps are found and such in Pathfinder, which I thought was
Okay.
really weird.
Okay.
So basically, you do the roll for us then. I'm assuming.
Technically, yes.
Okay.
You're assumed to be looking for all traps, except the ones where you actually need to call out that you need to be looking for them. Don't forget to call those ones out.
Well, certain ones like that, you have to have a minimum skill to even get a roll.
Are you gonna roll real dice so we don't see dice hitting a tower every once in a while? Just
Who
be like,
says
oh, it
they're
must be a trap.
who says they're not pre-rolled?
Okay.
GM rolls exist too.
In character, Raz, how new is this blood on the floor that we're seeing? Is it like a day old almost, or is it like fresh?
It's less than a day.
Yeah, Zakara kind of checked it
Okay.
earlier,
It's dried.
Okay,
Well,
I didn't know.
but it's not
It's
like
not
crusted
fresh.
in brown.
It wasn't here
Okay.
when we left yesterday.
but I mean, you're the one familiar with blood the most, Raz, I guess. Does it look like the last hour or longer than that?
I can give it a look, see if it's still.
Oh, it is definitely dried. It has been many hours.
But not so long that it's older than what Kruga would believe it to be.
Correct.
So after we were done yesterday,
Probably sometime last night.
convey as much. The next step is going to be it gets flaky and crusty and gross and brown, so that can take a while. Oxidize or whatever the hell blood happens
Stop.
to blood. Don't get my snake killed.
All right. As Kruger steps forward, he steps on the floor, and the floor kind of hinges underneath him. And Kruger starts to fall into a pit.
He gets
Zakara and I
to
both
use a reaction, right?
Yeah.
Zakara and I
can
both
use-
missed that.
Yes.
We just had this long discussion about how traps work.
Well, he's playing Minecraft, so.
And one, I did hear this conversation, and two, I wanted to make sure that you remembered I had expertise in perception.
Yes, a
I
lot of
understand.
us are experts in profession or perception.
Not me. Don't expect me to find dick.
All right, so Kruger, you can attempt. You kind of fall in, but you can attempt to grab an edge.
Yes, I will. It's a reflex, right?
It is a reflex save.
You're allowed to grab the edge. Well, now I don't wanna.
The edge is now acid.
Just cross his arms and pouts as he falls.
Let me find the freaking DC for that.
All right, Fable. I know we only have like an hour and a half left, but I'm gonna need you to stop rolling like these sub 10 shit. You got a good bonus, but I don't think that's gonna be good enough here.
He already used all of his
Alright.
luck today shooting down a plane.
Let me check something.
Do some monk shit and land on the poison spikes at the bottom, just like standing on them. Tiptoe.
All right, so Kruger kind of steps forward and up the floor like on a hinge, gives away. He drops about 5 feet like instantly. He does grab an edge. It is below the edge of the pit, and the door and the floor slams shut. Initiatives.
And flings him back up like some sort of
Nope.
weird. Aw.
Floor burps.
The floor burps.
It might.
Sandmore orc.
Wow.
Since I was stealthing, am I rolling stealth or perception?
Stealth.
I keep forgetting how high my friggin' initiative bonus is.
Oh,
Two
should
of
we
you
all
rolled
be rolling
nat.
stealth?
If you were stealthing,
I rolled it in the thing before.
everybody rolled.
I need to relaunch Fantasy Grounds real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
We get 7 rolls. Oh
Yep,
no, I'm sorry.
There
I
are
was
no
good.
doubles.
6. I was counting Kruger's reflex. Sorry. Just 6.
29.
Oh yeah, 2 20s for initiative. Nice.
Just moving familiars to their spots. Making sure there's no duplicates. Alrighty.
This place was pretty normal for being underneath a freaking tavern up until it started being trapped.
Come on, there we go.
And then the moving blade trap fires up.
Yep.
Coated with ants.
When I was playing with freaking Foundry, some of those traps are pretty fucking mean. This ain't D&D. Might have to actually give some fucking credit to traps every now and again. When the trap starts chasing you, then you know things are not quite as they are as you expect.
There we go. That's the right one.
That does indeed look like a hole in the ground.
Alright.
How'd they make the blood levitate though?
Obviously, the trap didn't trigger.
The blood is on the hinge, not on
I see
the
blood
thing.
over the open pit though. Never mind. I'm speaking silly.
They can crawl on the ceiling, right? And the person was bleeding onto the ground.
Possibly.
There you go.
If it's in streams and not drips, then I'd really be concerned of that person like how much blood's left in their body. But I guess we'll figure that one out.
Alright. As Kruger disappears into the floor, you hear some like bones creaking and cracking from up ahead.
From Kruga?
It's copyrighted.
No.
Oh. You can cast Implosion on him. That was a spell I'm surprised they never brought back.
Let me see.
Implosion was mean.
Here we go. Alright. Top of the list is freaking Galgrim.
Galgrim.
Go, Galgrim. You're up.
Yeah, no. I'm checking to see what I can actually see.
I got your cork light. Should be able to see all of this. Except Kruga. I think he's under the floor now.
Yeah,
He
the floor
is,
closed back
along
up,
with your
right?
snake. The floor closed back up.
Okay, I guess I'll move. The fuck?
Oh, it's
You're
locked.
locked.
There you go.
I'll move there, and then I'll like put a foot on the like where I saw Kruger go down and see if it gives? Like I'm not like
Nope.
committing to the step, but
Nope.
hmm.
That's one action.
It's just an athletics to jump across it, right? Ugh, that's a terrible idea.
Like every time he tries to do this like physical based stuff and then looks at his athletics and then he just
Yep.
gets sad.
I'll raise my
You know-
shield and
It's one action
Okay.
left.
and I will cast. This guidance lasts how long? 10 minutes? No, start on my next turn. Okay, so that does me no good. I will guidance Zakara.
Alrighty. Just so you guys know, in order to clear that pit, you have to jump 15 feet.
Well, technically it's closed right now. We might be able to walk across it.
You might.
Could be a timer reset. Could be a weight thing. Could be a
Bernie.
lot of things. Send the bear.
Bernie just comes up next to behind Galgrim and kind of like nuzzles him, like what's up? Doesn't see anything to attack. Doesn't know what to do. Valis, you're up.
I'm gonna scooch up. Galgrim's over the trigger for the trap, yeah?
He's right next to the edge where Kruger disappeared.
By the way, there's 2 undead at the end of the hallway on the right and left flank. I can actually see them on Galgrim.
Just oh hey. Just chilling.
That would have been nice to know.
I can see like the faintest I guess that is a red square.
Yeah, I can't actually see them on Galgrim.
I can see one of them from way back
It's
here.
not a plate, Glizzy. The whole floor gave.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
he just done
Floor
a step
swung down
there.
and swung back up.
Okay, I thought he initially clicked on a plate and then it swung. So okay,
Nope.
No.
cool.
As a goblin, Glizzy, you know all about pit traps to a point. It's
Hell
probably
yeah.
just the lid. Now whether
I
it's
can major in
locked
pit
now,
traps
you
in
don't
high
know.
school.
I did push on it. Everybody would have seen that.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm gonna hold action to cast on anything that comes around the corner that doesn't look very friendly.
What are you gonna cast? I mean, are you holding an action or are you gonna delay?
I'll hold an action.
Okay, but what are you gonna cast though?
Electric arc.
Okay. The big difference is if you hold an action and something comes around the corner, you get to hit it first. If you delay, it finishes its turn, then you can hit it. You know what I'm saying?
But if you hold, you
Yeah.
lose the spell if you don't use it.
Correct.
Which is
All
why I
right, so
can't.
you pretty much prep a electric arc and you sit there and wait. Raz, you're up. My guys did not roll good tonight. Well, I shouldn't say that. They rolled good. You guys just rolled phenomenal.
It may not even.
Some of us.
This happens every time I get a high initiative too, but it's crowded up there.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
like
actually-
to go first either.
I'm actually just gonna delay for the time being. I think I'm
Okay.
gonna go after Zakara, but we'll see when I
Yep.
feel like squeezing back in. I do have to AFK for a second though and let the dog out.
Yep, go ahead.
I did better than one of the undead, and I'm hanging by a thread in a pit.
Well, But you're also probably undetected by the undead as well. You're really well hid, man.
I'm concealed. That means I have a flat 5 to miss me.
Maybe there's a crack along the edge of the door that opened up, and we can just fill the pit with water, and he'll rise to the top.
Didn't I fill a pit with great water once? Just sat there and spared it until it was full.
We also had the kitten pitfall trap too.
That was from the bullshit crim trap.
That was the only thing that was good about that dungeon.
Probably because everybody was on the verge of rioting.
I remember you using your fingers to open the little traps, and then switching up for sticks once they started to get fingers chopped off.
Looks like a skeleton steps around the corner with a bow with a bow in his hand and shoots off an arrow right at Galgrim.
Oh, I didn't click my shield raise button. Okay, it's up now.
Oh, the little dick. It's barely out of range. What a fucking asshole.
Misses. Skeleton. Yes, they get more than one action.
You should blame Galgrim for moving up into the spot.
Well, he moved, didn't he?
And missed Galgrim again. 2 arrows come flying down, missing or bouncing off Galgrim's armor.
Okay, so that zombie isn't slowed then. Got it.
It's not a zombie, it's a skeleton.
It's the undead. That undead doesn't have the slowed effect then.
Because it's not a zombie.
I mean, doesn't Valis' skeletons have slowed?
Nope, just the zombies.
No.
Okay.
Another one steps out from the other wall and fires off down the hallway. And Zakara.
I have a cat shield.
There we go.
Damn.
Thank you. Your sacrifice shall not be in vain.
What? Oh, there it goes. Take 12 damage, Zakara, from the crit. And then he'll shoot another arrow. Misses. Kruga. All right, Kruga.
All right.
You are dangling in this pit, hanging on to like this like a water spout sticking up from the side.
Mm-hmm.
And the pit looks like it's about 30 feet deep and has a little bit of water at the bottom.
Do I see any way to... Galgrim told us about what he ran into, right? Down there?
I didn't run into anything down there.
Well, like what you saw? Like there was like another passage or whatever, or no?
You guys didn't ask. I didn't say anything. I just said it looked like it could have been something to explore.
Everyone remind me to ask Mystic anything his character ever does in the future, please. Okay. And the hinge is on the far side away from where I was. Like that's how I like.
You don't even see a hinge.
Do
But
I see anything? Do I see anything that I can grab? Like on the other side to like kind of pull it down, or?
Nope. I mean, you could try to force it open.
I will try to force it open.
All right. It's gonna be an athletics check. Unfortunately.
Okay. What do you mean, unfortunately? Can't wait to botch this roll.
Just punch it.
And I don't know if this affects like your idea of like the DC or whatever for the thing, but I have combat climber. Basically all that means is I'm not flat-footed when I'm in combat, like fighting. So I'm just putting that out there.
While climbing.
Yeah. God damn it.
All right. You try to get your hands up there and force the trapdoor open. Nope. That's one action, sir.
I will. Oh, I actually have my backpack. For my second action, am I able to like reach into my bag or not particularly well
You
in my
can.
current position? I want to like go back and I want to grab my crowbar.
Okay, that's one action.
And then for my third action, I'm going to try and open it again.
Alrighty, go ahead.
And all a crowbar does is it removes the -2 penalty from trying to force something open. Fuck.
Wow.
You can hero point it.
I'm not going to hero point it.
Alright, you jam your crowbar in there, start prying and shit, and the trap door's not budging. That's your go.
See, when you hear that weird metal scraping sound?
On a 17, the trap goes.
Haha.
Water starts pouring out of the spout in your face.
Well, she won't die thirsty.
What do you mean, salt water?
How big's the spout?
Oh, probably the size of your fist, probably 3 or 4 inches diameter.
So
You can
you're
take it.
saying there's a plug.
And that at that moment, you also, because you hear it, like, this one sprays right in, and you're like, but then you hear water, and you look, on each wall, there's a spout. And all of them are pouring water in.
Okie doke.
Good thing you got 4 limbs. Just got to figure out the whole stretching.
That's what
part.
happens with that.
Kruger becomes an emanation in order to plug all the holes.
Just so you know, if you don't get out, the water will fill the pit, and you will start drowning.
Sounds good.
I know, it does.
Refill my water.
Another skeleton comes around the corner. Aim at Zakara.
Leave the cat folk alone.
And misses. We don't like cats here. And misses again.
That's scary.
Wow. Vampires and undead that don't like cats?
Glizzik, you are up.
Oh, I'm gonna do goblin.
Sounds
things,
like
don't you
Kelsazad
worry.
did something wrong to them.
All right. I have a movement question, Zargan. If I'm using more than one action to do movement, like if I'm using 2 actions movement, is it going to mess things up if I try and walk like past Galgrim and like stand on the trap where Kruger went down?
Nope, that's fine.
All right. I will break off my stealthy action as shit has already dropped in the pot, and say, Kruger, I'm coming. And basically just I'm going to run past everybody that's in front of me, and then just assuming it's going to open, I'm going to I'd like to hand a rope to Valis as I'm going by for my rope and grappling hook, and then I'm just going to like hold on to it and then slide my way across where Kruger went down and see if my weight's enough to trip it. So that's one action to move, one action to hand it to Valis, and another action to move, maybe?
Well, will be one action pulled out of your pack.
Okay.
Then it'd be an action to hand it to him, and an action to move. So you don't have enough to do it all.
So I basically pull it out and then just let it dribble behind me down the hallway and then do 2 moves.
You can.
Okay. So I'm just letting the rope out from where I'm standing and running down the hallway. And
2 right there, right?
Yep. And Nendul is not stupid. He will exit before I get to the pit. So right about
All right.
the space before. Yep.
As Glizzy kind of comes trotting through, yelling, out of my way! He steps past Galgrim, puts his full weight on it, wham! Glizzy goes down. Roll me a reflex.
Boy, I came back at the perfect time.
Is this grab an edge?
Yep.
Can
on me.
No,
while
you
he's
cannot
doing
help him.
that, no, I'm not trying to help him. I'm going to see if I can't try to keep the trap open.
All right, here goes my
You don't
reflex.
have any actions, sir.
A reaction.
Nope.
15 is awful.
15 is awful.
Still holding
All
the
right.
rope, though.
Kruger just get whapped in the face by the door again.
No, he's below. It misses him. Glizzy comes running off, steps on the pit, drops, goes flying down, lands in the water below.
This is not where I parked my car.
And
Just FYI, Zargan, I
So
have the
bad.
grappling hook end in my hand, not the open end of the rope.
I think I
you
missed
take
some
5
contact.
points of damage from the fall.
Okay. Because water's better than stone to fall
Then not
onto.
water. Yep.
Yeah.
You instantly start sinking below the water.
Okay.
Because it's higher than you are tall.
Uh-huh.
And the trapdoor slams shut. And that is your go. Because that was your third action.
You hear it as it's about to slam. No, what the fuck? And it slams.
What happened with the rope that's in the door? Did it?
It is cut.
Make sure your fingers aren't in there.
Zakara, you are up. You had a
All right.
front row seat to this activity.
Okay. No one else running the trap.
Couldn't I technically stand still Glizzy since his movement from past
No, because his movement did not move past you. He fell.
I know.
I mean, if
That'd
you
be
want to hit
funny,
him,
though.
I'll let you spend a reaction to hit him.
Catch me by the throat with the hand.
Crushing grip.
No. I
Grapple.
said hit. Go ahead, Zakara.
I would like to attempt to disable a device.
Don't disable it while it's closed.
Never get out of here.
Well, it's
What are you trying to do with disable device? Are you just trying to open it and like keep it open? Are you trying to disable it so it won't open again?
I'm trying to get it to open so they can climb out.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your thievery.
Okay.
Well,
And
give me 1 second. Do you carry your thief tools on like in your hands? Is that your thing you carry?
it is one that is worn, so it doesn't take as long to.
Yep.
I
No, you don't have to spend an action to get them out. Several of you carry stuff on you, so you don't have to spend an action to get that out. I just wanted to make sure that's what you had. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have a +1 circumstance from my trap finder, and then guidance. What type of +1 is that?
Circumstance.
Status.
Is it status?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a +2.
Well, just put a +1 because the guidance should automatically affect it.
Yep.
Game over, man. Game over. Yeah, see, there's the effects +1 plus your +1. All right. So Zakara kind of kneels down, pulls out some pieces of wire and shit on her armor, starts messing with the crack and stuff where it is, and the trapdoor pops open, and she puts your hand on it to keep it open.
When it pops open, you just hear Kruger say, "Not again."
It pops open. You can see into the pit now. You see Kruger hanging about 6 inches below, not that far deep, hanging onto like a stone spout with water pouring into his face. And you notice there's 4 spouts total, all pouring out water. Down below, in this pit, you see about 10 feet of water, but no Glizzy. Then you see a bubble. That's one
not
action,
good.
Zakara. What's next?
That is actually 2 actions for disable a device.
Oh, is it? Okay. And to be honest, the pit would not have cut the rope, but it would have just pinned it there. It doesn't have like a real sharp edge, so the rope's still there.
So can I grab the rope and not let it fall when I open it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's enough of it trailing down the hallway, so.
Okay.
Because he dropped the rope and grabbed the end and ran with the end. Correct, Glizzy?
I grab the grapple hook on one end of it and just let the rest unravel behind me. Yeah,
Correct.
and,
Yes.
and it's 50 feet. So
Okay, then for my last action, can I start pulling the rope up?
You can. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Fishing for goblin.
I was typing it in. Kitty went fishing, caught herself a goblin.
All right, you pull like a foot or two of it. It kind of goes taunt. You pull some more. It's kind of heavy.
The goblin was the bait. There's more down there.
Dun,
You managed to pull up about 10 feet total this round with your one action, which does bring a drenched goblin out of the water, barely. You pull it up and the water's now right about his throat level because he's spitting out water, but he is about a third of the way up the pit and out of the water.
And since I popped the trapdoor up, does that give me any cover from the arrows?
No, you actually popped it down
Oh,
because it goes down.
okay.
That's cover on the far side then, right? Because it's a plane.
Nope. No.
Iron Man.
Seems to have been like right in the middle. Alright, my next undead. That's Galmo's last, so next round.
I was hoping something would open up a little bit, but
Galgrim,
did.
you're up.
we'll see what Galgrim does here.
It was the pit. It opened up.
Yeah.
You got 3 skeletons down there with bows shooting at you guys. You got a 10-foot open pit in front of you. What are you doing?
Oh, I don't have a solid way to get across the pit, so I'm just going to throw a produce flame.
Throw a dwarf.
Toss me.
Oh, nice. Which one did you hit?
Very nice.
The one straight in
right
front
one.
of me.
45.
Yeah, 45.
Cool. You can do a produce flame and wham, right into him. He just explodes. And that's what, 2 actions, right?
Yeah, and then I'll guidance Kruga, I guess, so he can try to get himself out of the pit.
Okay. Bring us to Valis.
I'll go after Bernie / Galgrim.
Okay.
That's
I was still delaying.
Yeah, I know.
I was just figuring things would be a little bit different. I'm gonna actually, for my first action, I'm going to back to the entrance there, make sure we're not getting flanked by skeletons back here, just in case he's 5, 10. Just check quick with the light down the hall, both directions. Okay, we seem to be good. Up back for another 10, and then 25 will get me next to Bernie / Valis. And then as my second action, I will take out a ghost charge to have it ready. Third action, I will command Nether.
Okay.
Now, if I've got this mental picture in my head correct, Kruga is still hanging on like 6 inches under the ledge, right?
Yes. Yep.
And Glizik is loosely within arm's reach of him, holding onto the rope.
No.
No?
The
He's
pit is
Well,
30
well
feet.
out of
below
the pit.
me. No, he's
Glizik
20
is like
feet below me,
Oh,
essentially.
that far down.
yes, the
Gotcha.
pit is 30 feet and has 10 feet of water in it. Glizik's just out of the water at like his head.
Got it.
But the rope should be by Kruga because I went where he
Is
went.
is the rope? Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. Is the rope going past Kruga? Like within arm's reach.
Not within arm's reach of Kruger, sure.
Okay, so I was gonna see if Nether could come up off of Kruga and up to Zakara, since she seems to be the one getting all shot up, and try to have get Nether up to her.
I'm sure.
All right, I'll have him slither on up to Zakara there, and
Yep.
He'll use his last action to. Where does Zakara usually keep her elixirs and potions?
Prison wallet.
Prison wallet.
Oh
I'm
my.
not sending a snake down there. All right.
Catfolk have
It's actually
pouches. You didn't know? They're
It's
marsupial.
actually up. It's actually up there, but probably a pouch.
Looks like someone's going spelunking.
I was going to have Nether drop off the Dray cart with her, so it could then work on.
He could feed it to her.
I'm not the best mutagen to give her. Kind of hinders what she's good at, but I'll have him just kind of deposit the Dray cart into her pouches for now,
Okay.
and that's all he can do at the moment.
Yep.
So now, so Zakara, you have a Dray cart mutagen on you. I mean, I won't stop you from using it. Probably not the best one for you, unless you really want some extra AC, but
All right, Valis, you're up.
it doesn't stack with armor, so they're both considered item bonuses.
I'm gonna cast Hydraulic Disappointment on one of the Skelly boys.
Okie dokie. Oh, it's a critical hit.
Oh, that boy's going on a journey.
That's a lot of
Right
dice, sir.
That's a
right
lot of
into his
dice.
den.
Look at all that disappointment, though.
All right, you hit that skeleton with your hydraulic push. It flies back against the wall next to his buddy and just shatters.
Oh,
I'm-
damn, it didn't ram into the other one.
Nah, that's not how that works.
I'm supremely disappointed, Valis. You needed a 5 to have a absolute, like a full straight.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's only a small straight.
There
Alright, you got
goes
one
all
action
my
left.
chip. I'm gonna help Zakar with the rope. Because something tells
Okay.
me Glizzik is a lot heavier than he looks.
I thought about having
No offense.
their help, but it's good at acrobatics, not athletics.
Are you gonna pick it up and try to pull him up, or are you just gonna grab hold of it so it doesn't slip?
I'll help pull.
Okay, go ahead and make me an athletics.
I am 30 pounds on my character sheet.
I think you carry more than 30 pounds in gear.
I'm 30 pounds on my character sheet. I have a total bulk of 2 carrying.
Okay. You grab the rope and pull it up some and raise Glizzik another 10 feet. So now
I
Glizzik's right
said-
about where Kruga's feet are. Kick him, Kruga.
Thanks for the rope. Kick.
Kick him.
Nah.
And that's the moment I start shit talking my spells, they get better.
Well, if that's all it takes. Have
I
at
get
it, man.
Another skeleton walks around the corner with a bow. Targets Galgrim.
Rude.
I keep rolling like 19s and missing you guys.
They're trying to
They're
avoid a
skeletons.
shield.
And that'll miss as well. Kruga, you are up.
All right, I want to use my first action to climb.
Okay. You can climb right up out of this easily.
Oh, I don't have to roll a.
Nope.
I actually want to climb to the other side toward the skeleton. I can see the skeletons, presumably, right?
Probably not. I mean, it's
Well, I see
your
the
pot.
danger coming overhead, at least.
Yeah, I mean, you see arrows flying by. Yeah,
But that's the way I want to go. I want to go toward the
Danger.
danger.
that will be a athletics check because if you fail this, you're probably falling into the pit.
All right.
Let me think of what
Get
you
the
need
fucking
here.
piece of shit. I'm hero pointing that.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that definitely would have put you in the pit. 21 is enough. You basically, from where you're hanging on, you kind of pull up and hop to the other spout, and then do it again to the one on the far side, and then climb up.
Of course.
So that is one action.
All right. And then I'm going to move.
All right, hold on a
then-
second there.
Oh dear.
Browsers.
The one right next to me. Oh, okay.
They're
I was
forming,
like, holy shit, he teleported.
they're forming a Voltron skeleton at the end of the hallway now.
Nani?
I think that's all of them.
That is a decent amount of them.
That's 2 actions. You got 1 left. Key rush.
Do I want to beat this shit out of who's coming up after me?
You beat that bomb.
Many skeletons and the pit trap.
Yeah, I'm less worried about the pit trap.
Then me.
So basically, there's 2 types of skeletons you can see now, Kruger, by different tokens. The one have bows, the other one have like rusted swords.
Okay. I actually still have movement, so as soon as I see that, I'm actually going to come back here. And then I'm going to flurry of blows the closest skeleton.
Okay.
I will call out there's 4 or 5 more off to my left.
Skeletons are a big threat, I know.
I mean, it may not be tanky, but I saw
Do
that
I
for
have-
the damage you did to her.
That'll work.
Nice. 2 criticals.
What? Oh, what? Why did it roll 2?
Flurry of blows.
Did it fix the flurry? Did they fix the flurry of blows?
I didn't click flurry of blows. I was just doing powerful fists like I normally do.
Did you click it twice?
I mean, I guess I did.
Are you
Oh,
attacking 2 different ones?
Oh, you hit yourself.
Haha! I did it.
Untarget yourself, dumbass.
Why was
Just
I
randomly
targeted?
punch yourself in the chest.
Oh,
It's
now he's
about
getting mad.
It's about sending a message.
All right.
Do this
So
to me. Imagine what I'll do
So
to you.
you still critical the skeleton. You slammed into it with the first one and shatters it. You don't have to roll this.
I want to though.
No, that's fine.
Haha!
That hits.
How dare you ignore 8 of my damage?
All right. Kruger gets up there, kind of goes around a corner, comes back yelling there's more, turns around and kind of, waha! Punches the one twice and it just explodes into bones and pieces everywhere.
Waha, indeed.
All right. The pit trap fills 5 more feet of water. It's not quite to your toes, Glizzik. Good thing you're short.
Yep.
All right, the skeleton here stops targeting Zakara, targets the charging orc. Misses. I need a 20 to hit you with my other attacks. There we go.
Fucking bullshit.
It's only a hit though. Only because I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
Take 4 points of damage. And the last shot. That one. There we go. Perfect. Glizzik, you're up. Dangling from a rope in the middle of a pit.
All right. Any way I can recall knowledge about traps like this with filling with water, of how to maybe shut off the water from down here? I do have thievery.
Yeah, you can do a recall knowledge with your thievery skill.
Cool. Wow, so close to 19 there. Ends up getting a 19. Dirty.
All right. You recall a little bit of pits like this. They're called drowning pits. They pretty much are. If you fall down the bottom of the pit, you take some damage, then you lay down there and you eventually drown in the pit. The only way to turn the water off is pretty much to clog all the spouts.
Okay.
Of which are still way above you.
Okay. If I'm in the water and I float up to the top because this is open now, it won't kill me though for the drowning.
Correct. It would not.
Okay. I would like to try and climb the rope now that people are holding onto it.
That is an athletics.
Okay. It's gonna be horrible, but here we go.
It's not that hard to climb a rope. 14's enough.
I'm just a level 1 goblin.
It's not like, it is during combat, but it's not like it's swinging or anything like that. So you climb right up it, and you're going to need to move.
Okay.
Because you are on top of Zakara.
Okay.
So your last action needs to be a move out of the way.
I would like to do a free action of disdain towards Nanul for abandoning me at the edge of the pit. And
That's
then
fine.
I will walk to the back. And
Where
done.
you belong, in the back of the bus.
Yep. I'm still holding the grappling hook if it matters.
Okay.
With the rope. If anyone else wants to try and get across, we have a shot.
Zakara, you are up.
Okay. Can I attempt to disable the device so that it doesn't swing open?
I will share the knowledge about the pit, by the way, as I go by them.
You can. So first of all, you're gonna let it go and shut again, right?
Right.
Okay.
And
roll that thievery. All right. You jam some stuff in there and work your magic, and you think you have it sealed.
Okay. And then
that's one action.
Well, 2 actions.
Or 2, yeah.
And then I will pick up my. Well, I guess I have to use an action to stand. I'm probably on the ground.
No, I would just say you would have been kneeling, not like prone.
Okay. All right. Last action, I will just pick up my torch that I dropped to get the door open.
Okay.
And I'll say, should be good now.
Skeleton comes around the corner. Gonna take one swing at Kruga. Misses completely. Slams into the wall. That's the end of the round. Galgrim, you're up.
Zakara, do you think it is safe to cross now?
I think so. I disabled it so it shouldn't swing down anymore.
Yeah, sure. You go first.
Okay, let's see what happens. I'm gonna walk across it.
There's now a dog-shaped hole.
All right, stop a minute. Okay, continue.
Okay.
Didn't even take the rope with you, man.
So
That's your
20
move.
Brave.
Yeah.
It would close it now that we can test it.
Move there. Okay. Move there, and then I'll give the other action to the bear.
Okay.
And the bear is gonna basically just run up to there.
Is that one move for him?
It's 2, I think.
Oh, okay.
He's only got 25, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then 10.
Bear has 35.
Bear has 35?
Yeah, it's a bear.
Okay, well, then he's going to move up here, and then he'll bite a skeleton.
Okay. Which one?
He's going to bite the one that's the north.
Okay. Oh, he bites into the skeleton, kind of shakes him, and just destroys him. Raz, you are up.
Okay, trap didn't trigger when they walked across, so that's always a good sign.
And they definitely weigh more than you.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to trigger for me.
Exactly.
There's still a rope we're all holding.
I mean, that's a nice rope you're all holding, but I'm going to continue on my way.
It's a mighty fine rope you got there.
Boy.
10. We'll go the full 25 here.
Splash.
Okay.
Yeah, splash, right?
That'd be funny.
Sink to the bottom, just pouting.
It was on a timer.
All right. Second and third action, I'll just do a regular. I know I'm holding a bomb, but I'm not going to use it as ammo. Just a regular old telekinetic using, I don't know, one of the shattered bones from the old one.
Sure.
We'll do like, I don't know, bludgeoning, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. Bludgeoning is probably the most appropriate. Akashons. Telekinetic. I keep forgetting it's at the bottom. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Look at all those twos.
All right, you do your magic, and the piece of the one of the dead skeleton's heads flies up, slams in the other one. It shatters, but it shatters with a boom.
Gotta make bone powder somehow.
Galgrim, Bernie, and Kruga.
Wasn't me.
Booms with shrapnel.
You each take 6 damage.
Damn. The other one didn't do that when they, poked it into the ground, right? I was kind of on the edge of my
No,
light
it did
vision
not.
there.
He's the lucky one.
This one had a little explosive
A
rune
boom.
etched into it.
All right, what's Nathair doing?
Just so
Since
we're
you
clear,
abandoned them.
was it a shadow creeper, right? Was it like an explosive boom or more like a boom of just like bone shattering and splintering?
Explosive boom.
Filled that boy with gunpowder.
Yeah, something like that. That definitely wasn't my end. Nathair's gonna grab, just with his one action, he's gonna grab one of the potions off of Zakara, just to have.
When you say one of the potions, what do you mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. One of the elixirs of life. My bad. Guess I do need to be a little bit more specific as an alchemist.
Okay.
Yeah, just grabs an elixir of life out
Okay.
of the pouch that Zakara's keeping them all in. Just swapping the two.
All right. Yep. Valis, you are.
I'm gonna go and drown myself.
That's one action to move there.
There is a spell I can take for that, Raz.
Another spell.
You've lost another spell, Valis.
What?
Nothing.
Right on for October.
And then over here. And then shield myself.
Okay. What?
That's 3 actions.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. Yeah.
3 actions, yeah.
Oh, you said it. I thought you said eh. Like what? Skeleton comes up behind Glizzik.
I told you.
And misses.
Swung too high.
Oh, I thought that was 20. Misses on his second swing.
Tanking Glizzik.
You have a lot of. Oh.
This one moves twice and will attack Zakara. Misses. This one will move twice and attack Zakara. Yeah, look at that.
On that one, it impales itself and explodes.
Fellas,
Moves
come back.
twice and attacks Glizzik. Misses.
I don't know, that's a lot of enemies fairly close together. It's giving me some ideas.
Alright. The one up top with the bow will target the dwarf. Miss.
Hey, Zakara, each one of these is probably going to boom.
I miss. Kruger, you're up.
All right.
You saw some arrows come from the left, and the goblin is back there yelling.
I turn around for 2 seconds.
Yep.
I'm going to head down here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm going to target the one in front of Zakara.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and grapple it.
Okie dokie.
And athletics. Oh, it's super grappled.
You reach out and pretty much grab it by one of its rib bones.
Let's see. So it's actually restrained now because I grappled it with a critical success.
How do you know it's critical?
Get the fuck out
No,
of here.
you did.
Use them as an improvised melee weapon.
No, I know what he's gonna do.
I do want to. Where is it out on here? I'm going to do the crushing grasp on him for 4 damage. They'll do that. Oh. Okay.
Alright, you crush it. You, Zakara, and Glizzik, and the Knoll, and the Thayer take 5 damage each. So okay. You have one action left, I believe.
Yes. I am going to.
Does it damage the other skeletons?
Actually, yes.
And they all die and they all explode in your faces.
Yep. Chain reaction.
I didn't think they had 4 hit points.
And that is
Please stop saving me. It hurts so bad.
actually he explodes, but doesn't seem to hurt the other ones.
Aw.
They have resistance to slashing damage. Okay. So they resist all 5 points. Or else they would have all blew up too.
I'm
The
going.
explosion
back
is
to you,
slashing damage?
Shrapnel.
That's what it is, shrapnel.
No, okay.
I'm going to attempt to grab this second one.
That's a crit.
All right, he's restrained. I'm not doing my crushing grasp on this one.
Oh, come on. What is it, a D6?
It's my strength modifier and damage.
Oh, okay. Come on, do 4 points. So it's only 4
So
points.
it would always blow them up.
It's only 4 points.
The power of my fist. Boom.
All right, so you have him grabbed and restrained.
They blow up when you kill them, huh? I can use this for dramatic effect.
I
Let
can
me go ahead and get rid of
weaponize
this
these.
since it's jammed shut.
So he's.
Is it watertight or will it fill the dungeon?
You'll find out. Skeleton moves up and swings at Barney.
Critically misses. Hits its ally. Detonates.
Another skeleton comes around the corner and targets Glizik. Ooh, I hit! Take 5 damage, Glizik. Haha.
Now he's at half health. Good job, you monster.
Glizik, you're.
All right.
He's not half health
Just
yet.
a little
You have-
level 1 goblin.
You have angered me greatly, sir. I am offended that you shall
Fireball, point blank.
put arms with me. All right. Now, the familiars got damaged too, correctly?
Oh, yeah.
Before by the explosions? Nice.
Nanool's over there screaming like a little girl.
Oh dear.
I'd recommend you invest in the shield spell.
Hey, Nanool, give me a little magic, buddy. And you see like a little snowflake drift over from him. And then it goes up in the air from me and then just spreads out over everything within 30 feet of me.
This is not going to be
Everything?
good for your health.
Ah, man. Heal, level 2. So I'm going to do the positives first or the damage first?
Well, since you target everyone,
Yep. Which would go off first, I guess. I can clear the targets and redo them.
well, yeah, click the people you're gonna heal first.
Okay,
Clear
so
your targets.
Because I didn't know just from the wording if it hits at the same time or what.
Oh yeah, I mean the damage goes out instantly, and
Well,
like
No,
a
he was
wave.
trying to see if he could negate the explosion damage with the.
Well,
No,
No, I'm just asking if I'm going to get healed at the same time that the explosion damage is hitting.
Before.
No,
It
you'll be
would-
healed. You'll get healed before, because the heal goes off, and then they take damage and they die. Then they explode.
Yeah, I think the heal happens, they die, then explosion, but you've already
Yep.
been healed by that point.
You tried.
Yep. So
I mean-
clear all your targets.
Yeah, I mean, it happens at the same time, but yeah. Cool.
Now you can either target friendlies first or enemies, whichever you want to do.
All right. So, and myself. Cool. Heal level 2. Everybody gets 8 back.
Yep. Make sure you mark that spell off.
Yep.
Now clear your targets and grab the 4 skeletons.
Are they also going to do flat 8 or I roll again? For
You
damage.
roll again.
Okay. They get 4 DCs to see if they take half damage, so that's here. Double damage.
They all
glorious.
critically failed.
Beautiful. All right.
Yeah, skeletons are good confidence builders.
Yeah, this might be the first thing we
So-
fought that just hasn't been overwhelmingly kicking our ass.
But just wait, they're going to explode now, so.
Okay, so they all pop. Now they all explode. So
Got 'em.
all 5 of you will take 1 d6.
And then Glizik takes 3d6 more.
Hey, 48 times 4 is pretty good damage.
So let me do damage here.
Not counting the damage that we took from the skeletons exploding.
Came over here to help you, and you basically just hurt yourself more.
Yep.
That's a common theme with this group.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's the 1. And then 3d6 on more for Glizik.
We got to keep browsing business somehow.
You really don't.
So 9 more to Glizik.
I still live. I'm a little bloody. There's little pieces of skeleton bones all stuck in my skin all
Stuck in you, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I believe you have 1 action left.
No. That's a.
Oh,
that's
the heal's 3.
It's a 3 action for the emanation. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm done.
The Knoll bitches at you.
Hey, well, maybe you should stay with me next time, buddy. You made the wrong choice. It was wrong
And
for you.
Zakara, you're up. He never makes a wrong choice. He's always correct. It's in his nature.
Well, you got them all. How many down at the end of the hallway there?
4, 5.
Dwarves have trouble counting.
Dwarves can only count if it's gold
True.
or ore. Gold or ore.
Alright, I will drop my torch and quick draw my bow and aim at the one that I could see. And as I fire, I'll yell, "Watch out for the explosion."
We'll see about that. What? Plus 15? What kind of bullshit is this?
So-
So I just want to share something real quick. I was looking up darts because I have some that I can throw.
Yeah.
Dart. This thrown weapon is larger than an arrow but shorter than a javelin. That's not a fucking
That's
dart.
not a dart.
If you've
Addle,
ever,
addle.
if you may not know what these are, most of you, except for Naughty, there's those stupid jarts, the ones that they used to throw, the lawn jarts
Oh.
that killed somebody.
Mhm. Did
What?
they hit him in the head? Oh, I'm
If you
getting
look
picked
it up,
on, worry.
you'll see what I talk about. Is lawn jarts? JARTS.
What the
I'm getting
fuck?
pictures. No worries. Yeah, we all
It was a
played this
game.
game too.
Oh yeah.
You get a little plastic soft ring that you put in the yard, and you have to try and
Then
get them
you
into the
then you
circle.
toss them into it.
Yeah, but
they
we
had
never
a-
did that. We throw them straight up the air, and everybody runs and tries not to get beamed in the skull
Yep.
by a metal tip.
All right, Jakar, your first arrow hits this thing and doesn't seem to do any damage.
No, these darts are bigger than lawn darts because I'm
Oh,
looking at them.
They still sell them.
Well, lawn jars, yeah, but they're not the same. Lawn jars are probably 18 inches long. That's one action, Zakara.
Aluminum, metal. Oh, it's a sign for it. Damn it, that's why. I can't believe they're still selling these things.
Okay, looks
They're
like
probably-
darts or arrows aren't working. I will pick up my torch and move closer.
Okay.
To lay a beat down with this torch.
Are you good there?
Yes.
All right. Zombie 12 will target a dwarf and shoot some arrows.
A single dwarf.
There's only one.
So I'm looking at the average length of a medieval arrow, and it's 28 inches. So the darts I have
That's
are
long,
like 3 feet long.
They're like mini javelins and missiles.
Mega dart.
I thought it was just something, like I had like a pouch of them kind of like sitting on my
Right.
side.
Thought they were fucking, darts, not arrows. One of these darts for giants.
Skeleton comes around the corner and shoots an arrow at Glizzik, just missing him. Bunch of attacks that aren't ever going to hit.
I see how it is. You can't crit anybody else except me.
Wasn't the
Got
first
a Mr.
attack your
shooting
crit on
down a
Zakara?
plane.
For a sec, what's a crit on Zakara? Oh, I hit Bernie.
Rude.
Ah, oh, damn, can't reach Glizzik. Have to move again. Oh, I saw that 20 and I was hoping. Oh, nope. Only one attack. Alright. Galgrim, you're up. You got one melee guy and 4 archers up by you, and looks like a melee guy and an archer down back at the back of the group.
I'm going to throw. Actually, I'm going to move up there. And take a couple of swings. If I can remember how to use a melee weapon.
You hit. Seven damage. You hit him and kills him. And second swing misses.
Well, we know what their AC is now, guys.
Go ahead, Bernie.
I better
Attack the
just
one
not
in
bite
front of
that
you.
one. Yep.
Help if you make sure you target. Yep.
Hakuna your tatas. I gotta switch character sheets and.
I know you don't. Hits him. Bites him. Does not kill him, though.
Nice.
All right, Raz, you're up.
Okie dokie. So we got some skellies that the South Crew is dealing with. And I'll move my snack up there with one cat folk. I will take my first action to scoot on up here, get a better view. That's 5, 10, 15. Go 20. Oh, we got all kinds of little archers back there, don't we? I got 5 more feet. Yeah, let's see if we can just it's my full movement there. Puts me a little close to that skeleton. It's probably gonna blow up right on my ass, but let's do a little telekinetic on the middle skeleton over there, because I can reach that one. Bludgeoning again, since that one worked, and
You pick
somebody
the skull up of the other one and whip it into that one. And he is destroyed.
and these ones don't blow up, right? The archers.
Nope, doesn't seem to be.
Cool. That's good to know.
What does Nathair do?
Uh
Has a healing potion in its mouth.
Does have a healing potion in its mouth right now, but right
And
now
Sakara is wounded.
but she's not that wounded, not as much as a particular goblin. So
it's
Nether
only
is
a
going
goblin, though.
to slither off of Zakara and make its snaky ass on over to the goblin.
Falls in the pit.
Drowns.
It's got a movement speed of 25, so it can get there. It's gonna slither.
All right. Valis.
Gonna move back here.
That was a journey.
I know, what the hell?
Was. And I'm gonna Palpatine the Archer. Which I can get both of those. Make sure I selected the actual mobs instead of Glizzard. Okay.
Thank you.
You're
What do you
welcome.
mean? Goblin's a mob. Massive saves.
They tried their best.
That's some awesome sneak damage there, Sticks.
Wow. Just wow.
All right, the one explodes.
And there's no save for this explosion at all?
Nope.
God damn.
Take 1 point of damage, Glizzic.
You're
I can-
fine.
Once
I
they
can
get,
take it.
if they were higher level, which means they do more damage, then their saves.
Hmm. So weird.
All right,
Also,
that's
someday
Valis.
I'll actually be able to fight things. Everyone keeps killing stuff that's easily in my reach.
Kruga, you're up. You
Maybe
see
there's more
one
around the corner
skeleton
for you,
way at
buddy.
the other end.
Stay with me. Maybe there's more around the corner. We just had one of those archer guys come around.
You know there's more around the corner.
I don't know for sure, but there is one behind you if you want it. But there might be more down here, and I'll be all by myself. Just me and the snick. And the no. Is there any more?
No.
I'll kill the one in the north. No worries.
That's
Did you hear
one move.
click splash?
Yeah, there's fuck all else down here. So it's 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35. And then I'll come down here. That's everything.
Impressive turn.
Yeah, I mean, it's what happens when people kill stuff with range with what I can do in melee.
Three swings and a miss at Bernie.
Actually,
Go,
can I
Glizzy,
finish here?
if you want.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll get the bear killed eventually.
Move. Single spell, Clinging Ice.
Failed to save.
He gets -5 feet to movement until the spell ends. And then we hit him with Personal Blizzard.
Are those both only one action?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Partially resisted.
But he is destroyed.
Yep. And that second
So,
one was a focus point.
Raz and Bernie take D6. 3.
Done. 1 to move, 1 to spell, 1 to
Yep.
spell.
Zakara, you're up.
Okay, stride. Okay, and then action to sheath my bow and then quick draw with my rapier.
Yep. Oh, crit. You slam your rapier into it, killing it. So not fair.
Explode?
No.
Oh, it's just the other ones.
Yep.
The white
All right.
background.
My last one, who's aiming at the dwarf. Miss. Galgrim, you're up.
Oh shit! I hit the wrong button. It's still the same plus to damage though.
Melees him with a javelin, pins him to the ground.
It's still the same plus to damage though. You want me to re-roll it or?
You mean same plus to hit?
They're both plus 10.
That's fine. And you destroy him.
Pinning him like a butterfly.
And we are out of combat.
I need to call it Zargan.
Yep, it is a couple minutes. He's clearing all the initiative.
Did the blood trail disappear?
You don't see it, do you?
Well, no, but we didn't see it in the hallway, so I was checking.
It was in the... No, it's gone. We will stop it from here tonight. Did not get quite as far as I thought, but I should expect that. You guys do that to me all the time.
Fall traps. What do you think's gonna happen?
It's been
Well,
like 8 solid years of us playing tabletop RPGs, and I mean, you have no one to blame but yourself. If you put some pitfall traps in here and expect us to be through it,
True. I mean, I expected you to be through it, so, the 5 times I expect you to, you don't. Then the 1 time I don't expect you to, you guys zip right through everything.
It's like our hit rating. 20% sounds about right.
Yep.
You guys did pretty good tonight, though.
They had 16 AC.
Yeah, they had 16 AC and 4 health. Of course we did good.
It helped.
Well, except for all the damage we took because we didn't decide to position good.
I
Well,
feel like Blizzard's damage is more.
And the
self-inflicted.
and the extra pitfall damage and
I didn't take any damage. What are you talking about?
well, this was more of a fight about resource trying to be used up than it was,
And hopefully the basement doesn't flood our way back.
hopefully.
that's a problem or a problem we can cross when we get there. It might be
Yep.
swimming there, but we can cross it. Later, guys.
Good night.
See ya.
Good
See ya.
night, sweet friend.
Thank you. It was fun.